And as a cameraman, your voice is powerful. Do not speak to the mic.
Yeah.
Unless you're gonna like.
The most excitement we'll
ever have on Windsor ever again.
We are live for the pre-show.
Oh, it's the pre-show show with the Mernahuana on the Mernahuana Zone. You guys have been watching all day, maybe.
Mernahuana startup music.
Goodwin's gonna crank you into place.
I did that earlier too, by the way.
I did that earlier.
I did.
You know, the CBC's got nothing on us when it comes to production values of the live shows, and none of these other guys, even Pod TV's like, you guys got it, and we're like, man, we know how to do our shit. When it comes to doing stuff live, Chris has like got it down in his clutch for genius. And you guys will watch us ride all the way back in the limo. We have more dabs than you can expect from us. I'm pretty sobered up. 2 pounds of ribs. Tunnel ribs. It's the best ribs in the city. It's going to be a great show. We're not over yet. Social media the fuck out of us. We have lots of shit that you can have already seen. You may have been around for the press conference and whatnot. We're over what? How many viewers today?
300-400.
300-400. So our friends at Now Magazine, thanks again. We are your North by Northeast webcast artists.
420 bud swap amongst yourselves on the ride.
I know. You guys gonna do bud swap?
We'll do bud swap. I got the strange. I got strange.
Hey, the limo, the drivers might have some stuff like that.
Maybe we'll stop en route and see what we can get up to. Craigslist. Anybody got a Craigslist in Windsor? We should check the Craigslist weed dealer in Windsor. If you're out there.
Alex was just here.
The Craigslist.
We did a segment in Toronto.
If somebody can look on Craigslist in the chat.
You can buy weed off Craigslist.
And get us a phone number, we'll do that.
If you're a tourist and out of town and needing.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Check that out.
It does look more ghetto than when I was here in the 90s.
It is.
And I went to school. And I think Windsor's been hit really hard through high unemployment rates where marijuana legalization would really fit in.
We have said it.
Get rid of the recession.
This is the permanent casino. When I was here, they had the temporary casino. It was located over there, I guess.
Yep.
A little backwards in the city, but I know it goes like this.
Yep.
Over that route. Geez, with some interesting side notes. I guess the Happy Tap Tavern's no longer here.
No, it's gone. It's
long gone,
it was around the corner, actually.
Was it around the corner?
It's not that far from here.
I don't remember having to walk that far at 1 a.m. doing alternative music nights in a gay bar, which is like, to me, they're just like, hey, do you want to DJ in a gay bar? I'm like, man, I'm a student. I need money. So that was my gig. I had the music, and we would go in and throw like some like crazy ass dance party on a Thursday night, and then I would like be up till like 2:30, 3 o'clock by the time I get home, and it was the winter. And then I would sleep, and most of the time I missed my radio class, which was like teaching us how to do this. So you're gonna like
watching the show.
Watching the show. We might have to go over there though.
Don't stop the show.
Well, you're gonna get a weird loop of Time Lordness. So like weird laggy. It's crazy what we can do with our technology. We got some great shots of Mark out of the scrum just by holding the camera up. We got some photos for now. They're like, when are we getting them? They're gonna hit the press. Now we'll hit the press. Geez, sometime tomorrow morning, and it will be out later that night. So they're like, we need photos off your camera. I'm like, I'm back in the city about midnight. So we will have these off the camera and straight to the Now office. Lost power on the phone. Thanks everybody for tuning in and passing the word around. It felt like Mark hadn't even like gone away.
He was right back in it.
Yeah, he was right back in it. So
hit the ground running.
He did, and he stuck around. I was like, he just kept going and going, and he made sure that everybody had an opportunity to say hello. Well, the 5-0 are either pulling around into us, or
they're just
leaving.
They're just being nosy.
They're nosing. They're still checking, making sure we're leaving. Yeah, but welcome to Windsor. It's, like I said, not much happening here. Then the other job I had, other than working at the Happy Tap Tavern, I worked weekends at the Eclectic Cafe here in the city. think it's over that way still. It's no longer here either. I think that place is called Fog now, F-O-G. Yeah. I think it's in that. Yeah, I think it's that same. I looked at the building. I'm like, it looks like the building.
Yeah.
Yeah. Back then they thought we were an acid-making factory. Windsor Police. I thought you guys made acid in there. I'm like, no, just coffee. Just coffee. It's a good idea though.
But it's that good.
Yeah.
Psychedelic.
Yeah. Anything alternative that was happening in that early parts of the 90s, people crushed it more. And we've come so far that most people wouldn't recognize it. Most 18-year-olds wouldn't understand how far our province has gone, not just in terms of legalization, but just oppression to begin with. Like, I think we've become a lot less oppressed province, so this is the pre-show of the Mernahuana Zone. I think you're watching live back at Vapor Central. Thanks everybody who tuned in to the webcast again for the Mark Emery return.
We went off the air for a while.
Are we?
No, like, you know, for about an hour when everything was on.
Didn't you just turn it on?
No, I'm just saying, who knows what Vapor Central is?
Who knows what
Tell
Vapor Central?
Yeah, make sure that Vapor Central.
I would hope Vapor Central was watching all day.
I've gotten a text
I would hope so,
from
too.
someone.
Yeah, we got the text that says we're on
As soon as the
half
audio
hour
starts
ago.
to flicker a little bit,
on Vapor. We're doing good.
A half hour ago, I got a text saying we were on Vapor,
it lags too much.
so that we're still on the screen.
So we're on the screen. We're good. People watching us.
Yeah.
We're waiting
like
for
160 viewers.
we're waiting for Mo.
110.
Waiting for Mo to come back and pick us up, the Weed Limo guy, and we're gonna roll back home. It was a great trek in. We've been up since 7 o'clock in the morning. It's a little different. I haven't had my Pilates class today. That was also different. Rain has mostly hasn't been held off. Sorry, a rainbow broke out about 20 minutes ago. As Mark left, a rainbow broke out over City Hall today. It rained like a mofo out and around the London, Ontario idea, like sheets of rain. And he was out almost on 420. It was like before 420, it was like 418 that he was pretty much on Canadian soil. But we'll just say for the history books, Mark arrived in Canada in time for 420. Almost on the 420, which I thought he was going to do. He did say that he used the bathroom at the immigration center, so if he had known, he's like, okay, I'm just going to time this a few more minutes there. And as I said, we got some great shots of the lovely couple. It's been a long, brutal day for all of us. Dope Chef's here, been filming. Master Roller's been filming and rolling. Rolled up a good one. He's in the National Post already. Is it just you, like a photo of you, or like a quote?
Just a photo of me with a big fat 14-gram joint.
Nice. Yeah, so we added some local color for the local media who had never experienced anything like that before. Like, all the local media were like, bam, 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 taking photos. I'm like, dude does this all the time. Like, local media, you can tell, we're really into like big fat joint because they had never seen a big fat joint. And given like the Windsor police continue to cruise, but you could do like a smoke out here with 20 fucking people. And people, oh, my city's oppressed. Are you kidding me? We showed up, found power, plugged everything in.
It was Mark Emery's release date, so the cops were on a little bit of notice. But you're right, the concept still works.
The concept, I think, works great. So that's where we're at. I think that, but you could get away with it easy. I think they let it go regardless. I think Windsor's that type of a place.
They would on 420, they would for something called the Global Marijuana
Yeah,
March.
100% they would do for all of that. So you can definitely get into that. Get your city going. We're met, I think, more people from Toronto were here than Windsorites. I'm not quite sure. Dope Chef shaking his head.
You overwhelmed Windsor.
Yeah, there's more of us than them. And we didn't even get a chance to get a bus. If we had like 2 more weeks notice, we probably would have organized that bus. But short notice, you got to make it. Great to see Naomi out. Great to see Dave from Hamilton, Savio. Like, it's great to see all of us.
Where heads meet.
Yeah, where heads meet. Brought the shoes and stuff. Where heads meet. Neve Tapiro from Get Melted. It was great to see him. Like, all these Torontonians came down here and we're like, yeah, we're gonna see Mark get out of jail. So that was pretty important for us.
Uh-oh.
What?
What was the motorcycle?
It sounded like thunder.
It did sound like thunder.
Thunder's hanging around
They're
out.
hiding over there, just revving their engines now. Oh, make it sound like rain. Just so you know, the police department's just on the other side. They're just doing this as intimidation. They're not gonna.
Yeah, they could be different cops each time.
Yeah, or the same one who's still lost.
Oh shit, the other left. I can make any illegal turn I want though.
Yeah.
Rarity of the day, I brought my strain camera out with me. The camera that only sits in my office and only shoots marijuana strains, only because now it's like, can you get a photo? And I had a photography teacher here in Windsor that taught me how to take photos, like really news photos. We used to travel around in my car with like a camera to get that spot news photo assignment, and she'd have like, you had, out of a 14-week course, you had 12 assignments. Like you literally could not miss a week of trying to take photos with your camera. And that point in my life, I was shooting all the time, like just snapping. And then I just stopped. And then I had to start shooting marijuana. I went and took one class with the guy who was gonna do the book edits, like the photo edits. He's like, here's how you plug it all into your computer. I'm like, don't touch it. It forever will stay that way. And we just used Adobe Lightroom, hit the space bar, and it snaps. You guys can see my how to photograph marijuana video. Yeah, several thousand views on that. How to photograph marijuana with the light box and the heavy. What I find with weed photos is they're too flat. My favorite shots are depth of field. Like you got like, how big is that bud? It starts losing its focus. And you can't do that with your SLR camera phone, sorry. Oh. Chillin'? Is that the Holiday Inn they walked to?
No. Apparently there's a further one away 10 minutes.
Ah. So they went to a further one, and then we're out of here. It's the day will be moving us onward. What time?
Are we just waiting for the work vehicle to come back?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's it.
And then that'll be the day. So it's the Mernahuana Zone live from Windsor all day, started at 2 o'clock. Probably going to do a bit of a run in the Weed Limo. We watched Friday, if anybody wants to know about that. We watched Friday. I have about a gram of BHO. That should be enough, right?
We've got enough.
We got enough BHO? Okay. If not, you know, if anybody has that Craigslist weed dealer from Windsor.
Windsor, London, Kitchener.
Yeah, we passed through London too, but if we're going to London, meet us on an en route. And we'll just like zip in and drop us a 40 sack. I'll give you an extra 20 bucks if you meet us in an en route. We'll do that. I think we might have to move in.
Mark's first joint was Rockstar today.
Oh, right. That's so you didn't see. I don't know. Did you see earlier on the show, guys, on the webcast? Mark's first joint, not even caught by the mainstream media. They had all packed up. I got it on the selfie cam. He's got it.
Yeah.
We're gonna put it up. That's the one we're gonna put up on the Now website, I'm sure. I'm like, yeah, here you go, his first joint. But if any you trivia people out there, first joint was Rockstar. Very popular strain, the Rockstar Kush. That line, check out in the marijuana strain guide. So he would have did an indica. I think he did like 3 puffs and he was like, okay, I'm done.
He wanted to see how he was feeling.
So he seemed pretty stoned at that point. It's great to be in the city. We got questions in the chat from non-eaters. Dope Chef's protecting his camera. I should probably be doing the same. A little bit of a drizzle out here. We had to move the media setup. We were originally set up in a nice spot, and we had to go into an overhang. And we had a tent for media to set up their cameras, which was great. That worked out quite well. The whole day worked out quite well. You couldn't have timed it better yet. So that's what I got to say about today. It's Mark's ready to return to action. We saw that throughout the press conference. If you saw the press conference, you see
Back at it.
Right back at it. He literally like left and walked like a block, and he was like, "Okay, time to go." But I think his first words out of his mouth were like ribs. It looked like for a moment he didn't see anybody around, but the sign from Tunnel Barbecue that says ribs. Because even Jody was just like, ribs.
I saw that too.
Yeah, his first words in Canada were actually ribs. Not, you know, you might, if you watch the video footage, you can watch all our live stream footage, and I don't know if the Dope Chef may have got that too.
Emergency Tunnel Barbecue.
Did you get the entire Tunnel Barbecue? We got 2 pounds of ribs. I'm not sure, like I said, that was his first words, were like, ribs. Well, wait, everybody's here, okay. So it was good to see all that. He looks a lot better shape than when he left. That was one of the things I noticed. He looked a lot healthier.
That's what
A little
Jody
bit of
said.
a paunch though. More of a paunch than he used to have. I don't know what that's from, but we'll figure that out. Everything on the show look good, Goodwin?
Yeah.
All right.
Want to have Jeremiah on the show?
Is he going to come back here?
I'm going to call him. You put the camera closer.
Well, I don't want to do that. That will sound bad. He's back. Jeremiah's gone back to the hotel to start dumping photos up on the Pot TV Cannabis Culture website. So go to Cannabis Culture and you can see their photo galleries that they're going to go. It's, yeah. Last Collingwood, you can see the clouds rolling in. And like I said, we're just waiting for Mo, the limo guy, to bring us back. Matt Oliver's opted to stay behind, so that'll give us more space inside. I think he's staying in Windsor. No, I'm not, yeah, I think he's adopting it as his new homeland.
And I start on my own AA baseball.
Over here, Myrna. See him again.
Hello?
Hello?
Jeremiah.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah?
Yeah?
You're on the Mernahuana Zone.
Awesome.
What?
What's up, guys?
Not much. How are you? When are your photos going to be up? Are they up yet? Are they on Cannabis Culture yet?
I can barely hear what you're saying.
Are your photos up on Cannabis Culture yet? How long is it going to take?
Oh, yeah, they're all there. They're all uploaded. Everything. All the videos are there. We've got, yeah,
Better not be
everything's up
lying to
on
people on the Mernahuana Zone.
No. There are a few photos up, though. If you go to our Instagram feed and our Facebook feeds and all of our other social media, there's a ton of photos there already.
So check social media from the Instagram, the Pot TV.
That's right.
Check our Instagram and Facebook and whatnot.
Right this very second, I'm uploading a picture to our Cannabis Culture Facebook page of Mark smoking his first joint.
Excellent. That is
Yeah,
really,
so there you go.
And most mainstream media missed that.
They did. The mainstream media didn't hang out that long.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
Only the diehards stuck through.
Yeah, we have
Got
video.
to see the good stuff.
4 minutes to 4:20 in BC.
Oh.
4 minutes to 4:20 in BC. Happy 4:20 in 4 minutes, everybody in BC.
I think Dana Larson naturally begins to get tingly at this point. It's like
my weed sense is tingling.
his weed sense is
Yeah.
tingling.
So are you guys coming to dinner with us, or what's the story?
Well, Aaron, I, and Matt Oliver are, and Matt Murnau's doing the rest of his show in the Weed Limo on the ride home.
Some of us have to file. Some of us still have to file.
Yes, of course.
File, man. I have to get back to my computer, and I'll be filing late tonight for now. They're already
Excellent.
like, how long is it going to take to get those photos off your camera? And I was like, well, it'll probably take us back at midnight. So
Yeah, good, because you'll have yours up before I do, guaranteed.
now will be.
Take me.
As many of you jump in as possible.
Oh, sure.
Come lean in.
Yeah, I'm going to be working tonight too on stuff, so. But yeah, that was great. Did you guys have fun or what?
Yeah,
I thought it was good.
It was a great day.
It was. And thanks for all your help, Chris and Aaron and Matt and everybody that came and helped out there. That was awesome.
Well, you wouldn't have been able to live stream us without it.
We definitely wouldn't have been at all.
Blackberry, yo.
I don't want to give BlackBerry the cred, but we have to.
Man, we got all
Show
have
some
to
respect.
Get playbooks. We all have to get playbooks.
Everybody needs a playbook.
So whatever electronic shop where they've ditched all those Blackberries, we should try and find it and buy them. It's raining pretty good now here in Windsor.
Or just hit the alley wherever they dumped them all, and we'll have
Probably
loads
some
of them.
Probably some garbage dump in
Just
Guelph.
rest on the car.
It's just like the Atari ET game that they buried under concrete.
You mean in Waterloo?
Water,
Pull it down. Hold it
Well, you
down.
remember that
Steve Spiros
Atari
from Waterloo?
game for ET that they printed so many of and was so terrible they had to use a garbage dump to dump them?
So are we coming to you, Jer, or what?
Yeah, you should. We're in the hotel right now, in my room actually. 627. To all those people out in Pod TV land that are in Windsor, come on down and see us. That's the one thing.
Oh,
That's the,
Mernahuana ride's
funny
here. It's almost 4:20. Thanks for being on the show, Jer.
Yeah. Oh, no, finally
thank
he's
you
getting
for
his
having me
producer.
on
Cut
the
him off.
show. That was awesome. Thanks, guys.
All right, see you soon.
Love you, Vapor Central.
Love you too.
Bye,
Bye.
Jer.
See you soon.
See you guys.
See ya. All right, so where are we going?
Doing a Yui.
Yeah, he's pulling a Usker and
Instead of pulling in this side, he's gonna pull into our side now, I think. But he could have just pulled in there. Whatever.
We are on our way back to Toronto. We'll be there probably about, 11:30?
Yeah.
My bike's parked out front.
You might get there by 10, depending on traffic.
Depends on traffic.
3 hours at the best. So the show might end at 10:20 exactly.
We might be in back at the lounge by then.
Right, before the end of the show, 10:20, 10:18, you're pulling up to Vapor Central.
Yeah.
Maybe.
there you go.
All right.
All right, guys.
See you guys tomorrow.
Safe drive, you guys. It was a pleasure.
Oh, good to see you again.
It was so great seeing you guys, all of you.
And we got a pause in 1 minute for 420.
All right.
Right.
See you guys soon.
In Vancouver.
Here we go. Back in the Weed Limo we are.
Yeah.
Mo, our driver. Which way do you want to sit?
Oh, there's one less too.
Yeah, there's one less now. It's the Mernahuana Zone! With me, your host, Matt Merna, in the WERK420.com Weed Limo. We've been in Windsor all day. It has been epic. Mark Emery returns. Producer DJ Goodwin's working the volume here. We got Master Roll is going to work on our gear. I hope we have enough weed, which apparently we all do, so we're good for the weed. We got 2 dab rigs on either side of this thing. This is unbelievably cool. And we've already negotiated. Mo will be in Toronto for 420 2015. Yeah, we're going to negotiate.
Trying to start out the show right.
No, I think one guy went and just grabbed 2 pounds.
Well, we'll figure out food.
2 pounds of riz for everybody. I think most people will.
You guys have an Android charger?
I think
I want to see how well it plugs into this and charges before I take off and let you guys take off.
We might do food. We might do a food run.
You guys can do whatever you want, but I'm just, I want to check this out, yo. Hold that. You're gonna have to take care of it,
Oh, now we got USB power.
I don't see it charging yet.
Oh, it's not plugged in.
Because sometimes this thing will come up and say, like, this thing is not enough. It's not plugged in yet? Unplug it and plug it back in or something? I don't know. So it doesn't charge. Still no symbols coming up.
Yeah, sometimes the Android chargers don't all work though.
Nope.
No, we're gonna try and keep.
You got another cigarette lighter thing back here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I got mine too.
Got one?
So we're gonna try and get the power to the system going.
I know Power setup. What are you looking for there? Power.
We're trying to get power on the bottom.
Here's one.
Yeah,
Oh no, that one doesn't work. You see where that little compartment is right there?
Yeah.
It's one right in there.
It's live, so.
You guys might have to switch.
It's over here though.
There's another one over here.
That's the one that works.
It's inside the ashtray.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, that's
There you go.
Alright.
No, maybe the car has to be on?
This on.
Car's on.
It's
No,
charging
that's
now.
working.
Yeah.
I said, there you go. That's working.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're all good.
Alright.
Good luck, guys.
Alright, so how many swings did you get?
Matt?
Yeah.
Is
it dark?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can have this light for a while, yeah. This one.
Oh, I'm not sure how many they are there.
This one.
Well, we're
Can you try plugging my phone in though?
Yeah, this one probably.
Yeah, we can make you out now, Matt.
I got a full size, so at least
Hey, that's the roll, huh?
Yeah?
Still have that butter?
Yeah. And your rig.
Need
And
my torch or no? If the rig is crucial to your success, you can borrow it.
yes,
yeah. Somebody get my bin behind the
Never
seat.
mind about anything.
Alright.
My butter's
I can
butter's
grab
in
all your stuff and bring it to my house.
there. I have my box. Yeah.
I should take the butter just so that I'm not mooching off everyone tonight. I'm sure there'll be another torch I'll run into.
Here you go.
Whatever. Thanks, guys.
Alright, buddy.
Good trade.
So,
In the Weed Limo.
in the Weed Limo, we're all figuring out,
So you think we might stop in the en route?
what do you want to do, Mo?
Grab something.
Yeah, we grab something on the way out of town? Like some Burger King or some McDonald's or something? Is that good with you?
Wendy's.
Wendy's would be.
That could
Wait,
be the
wait,
first en route, I think.
What does
So Wendy's.
what does the chat want us to get for dinner?
Yeah.
Don't leave it up to them.
I also too. See, I feel like I don't feel like these are even joints.
No, don't worry about that.
Don't worry about them, Mo.
Those are normal joints.
Those are
normal joints. Today we've been rolling ridiculous joints.
Yeah, we've been rolling ridiculous celebratory joints, man. Like, we get you hooked up and get people high. Like, that was what today was all about, was to have a good day high. And
Seemed to be like a
Okay,
success.
so do we know how? Does anybody have GPS? Because I need to pull up to Tim Hortons in order to get Wi-Fi.
I can get my
Oh crap! Mine went dead again.
I can
Plug
get
it
my
in.
Google Maps going, but I'll have to turn my phone. Might be dead.
My phone's charging somewhere, I hope.
If you wanna. People watching at home, like this is our. I'm gonna need to plug this in and turn it on to get to Google Maps.
Okay.
It goes all the way back.
Yeah, you'll go all the way back.
Oh, I hope that the phone turns on.
Take a minute to just get the power going on.
Yeah.
Look at your picture, love. Yo,
Nice.
looks so happy.
So, thanks for tuning into the Mernahuana Zone. We're trying to get the cams going. We got dropped my keys. We're getting the celebratory joint rolled. It's been a really long day. Thanks for everyone tuning in. Dope Chef over here. I think I can put my phone on a hotspot. I've never used hotspots before. But it's charging. We're gonna do Google Maps for our buddy here. In
Some air.
a minute. Oh, it's taking a while, of course. Here we go. I used Google Maps extensively recently.
You can control them. Savvy. You can control look how strong it is over there. You can turn down the fan if you need to.
Yeah, we can turn. Yeah, man. So am I getting direct? Oh, my phone keeps going off every time I turn it on.
How much battery do you have?
So yes, 2 hours 54 minutes.
So I don't know. I'm trying to get my phone to turn on, but it's not.
Matt, switch spots for Matt. Switch spots to see if light is better with you here.
Oh yeah, we want to switch spots to you.
The light's pretty bad right now.
What happens when you lose technology?
You can't spell anymore because you don't got Google.
Yeah, like my phone isn't, it's not charging out of this thing either, so.
Mine worked out of it.
Well, we need Google Maps.
My phone charged on it.
Oh yeah? Do you have Google Maps on your phone? Master roll his phone, apparently. Oh, there you go. Unlock her.
I turned off the code for today so I could get to camera fast.
Oh. Look at this. She is pushing him.
Oh, electric? Yeah. So you have it under your apps?
Teamwork.
Yeah.
Dream.
Yeah.
First page. Maps.
Oh, there it is.
I'm not going back to Toronto right now.
Oh.
I'm not sure which way you guys have to go.
Okay, we're about to pull up right here and figure it out right quick.
We're gonna pull up here.
We're getting it in a second.
Yeah, it's the main street we came in on. I forget what it's called.
Yeah, I'm just going to I know Tim Hortons. Pop in right
Could be this.
I got it.
Oh, you did?
It looks that way.
Cool.
We gotta get the audio guy to talk to the lighting guy, apparently.
Here we go. I think that's gonna work.
Yeah.
I don't think these ones.
I think I pulled in the map and everything up on Google Maps, so Goodwin's rolling back too, he said? Alright.
No, he said he's not going back to Toronto.
He said he was circling back.
Everyone's going tunnel barbecue. Windsor's finest.
Tunnel barbecue is exceedingly popular here.
The barbecue is popular here?
Yeah.
Yeah, they got good sauce too. They sell the sauce. That's why it's sad if they're gonna shut it down.
Yeah, it's like a $20 sauce thing, isn't it?
You can buy different sizes.
28 dabs ass if TMZ is from a van.
Yeah, TMZ, back in the limo van, we're just trying to fire up our Google Maps or GPS. We're getting some joints rolled. I'm hitting what's left of this. There should be, like, did anybody see, like, a case?
Of?
Looks like a glasses case. Yes. Thanks again to our show sponsor, 2 Hoot, and for hooking us up with this amazing dab unit. We still have our Boss that we're using. This week we're using the 2 Hoot vaporizer pen, and we're like getting this thing going. You know, it's really built well. It's quite a nice piece. It's a 2 Hoot Big Daddy. Mo's got it.
Yep.
And we're ready to roll. We're gonna find some Wendy's. He says he wants some Wendy's. So that's our goal. I'd like Wendy's too.
Oh, a spicy chicken sandwich.
It's either the first or second on route.
Spicy chicken.
Heck, I hope
They have almost everything on this street.
on nothing on the main stretch.
And they got A&W, I know.
A&W. A&W is freaking amazing.
Really, I've never eaten A&W.
You never eaten A&W?
You go there because they got they give you a mug instead of a cup, you know.
Yeah, you get a mug, an actual man's mug within its root beer.
Do you get to keep it?
No. But you could if you wanted to, I guess.
could if you're savvy about it.
If you're savvy enough. Yeah, A&W is killer. So we're cruising through my old stomping grounds of Windsor, Ontario. It's pretty cool. Oh yeah, here's Lillette Avenue, the main street in town. I worked at the YMCA also. That was my summer job. I had like 3 jobs one summer. DJ, guy who worked at Eclectic Cafe, and ultimately graduated from journalism here. It's an enjoyable city, but man, it's like ghetto here. Dr. Dis. Oh, there's Dr. Dis. Still here. Still here. I lived over on McDougal Drive. Here's Wyandotte, one of the main streets in the city. Goes all the way that way and this way. Alright. I'm looking forward. I'm coming back in the fall. I'm going to be giving a talk at St. Clair College where I graduated from. So it was good to see the photographer from the Windsor Star. Man, one of my first real professional published photos was in the Windsor Star. So that was pretty cool.
What's the talk going to be about?
What?
The talk at St. Clair College.
The talk will be about marijuana legalization and about, most importantly, it's going to be about journalism and marijuana journalism. Crazily enough, one of the things we've been talking about is journalism for cannabis is pretty epic. The Denver Post created the beat, the marijuana beat, which is like your specialty in journalism. It's called a beat. It's like you're supposed to be like your expertise. So that's what we're going to be talking about when we get there. It's really cool. Even where I went to school, they didn't. Back in the day, we had to like rent rooms and stuff. But now they have like a dormitory. That's pretty cool because they get a lot of out-of-town students going to St. Clair. Wanted to say thanks again to High U Clothing. We're going to be wearing all new High U Clothing stuff in the next coming weeks. It'll be really cool. It's got some real, it's so soft, just really nice tire. See our boys are at High U Clothing. Beautiful, beautiful material.
How do you spell that? How do you spell that?
High, H-I-G-H-Y-O-U, clothing, C-L-O-T-H-I-N-G.
I'm just asking for the website.
Right, .com. High U Clothing. Look at this. This one's super soft.
So exactly how it sounds. High U Clothing.
This one's going to be epic to wear. And I'm learning how to do, this is out of bamboo. It's organic cotton. Motor City Imports it is. And if you didn't watch the show earlier about the free market thing, flood in Detroit, the third world country known as Detroit, epic flooding. That media were like, oh, I don't know if he's going to be out by 4. And we used the 2-hoop pen all the way down. And one of the things we were like, oh, do we have enough pens too? Thanks again to 2-hoop. You're fucking, this is amazing. It's episode 166 of the Mernahuana Zone. This is the official start time. And in the Weed Limo, hanging out with the Master Roller, eating donuts. He's going to bump me when I was reaching for a donut. He's going to do the Weed Limo. He's got it, oh, those are good. Those are really good. We got Savio, our joint roller.
One of our joint rollers.
Wait.
Now it says going live. It says please wait. So now we're live.
Now we're back live? Okay. I think that wasn't live?
That wasn't live.
I thought that was live. Go back here. This guy, we have to do it again then. This dude with saws.
I totally can't get this number on. What?
He's high just looking at the car. It's awesome. Here we go.
Wow.
Stone just looking at our vehicle, and he saw us. He's like, I gotta see what these guys are up to. You go to the University of Windsor. What's your first name?
My name is Joe.
Okay, Joe. Good to see you.
I don't want my last name on the internet.
Obviously, we're okay with that. This is the Mernahuana Zone. live from Windsor. We've had like technical, you know, on the road woe, but you've been able to watch the Mark Emery press conference. People really want to watch us eat at A&W? Are we allowed to even bring technology?
I told him we were live streaming.
We're live streaming?
Yeah.
Nice. Nice. So we're back live. Things are going good. We're over here now.
we gotta get our frosted
my
nuts.
burgers aren't done yet. I got the munchies on the beach. Dude, that's why we had to stay. We all had to stay because Mo, the Weed Limo guy's never been to A&W. And we're all like, oh, root beers. Right? And then like, wait, we want to be in the frosted mugs. So we have to stay here. So we're here. We're A&W. Great. You know, I love A&W. Over at college and Young back in front of me. Teen burger and onion rings for myself. Munchie right here and the Windsor A&W. Masterola back there. Yeah. She told me about it. Yeah, we were. So I wonder, is this a 24/7 A&W? No, do you guys have to deal with drunks? Still. Yeah, still? It's unfortunate. Weed heads are like, man, this is all great. I love everything about this place. There you go, bud. It's amazing. Master Roll's got food. Savio is, I think, gonna hold stuff. Here's gonna get. Oh, oh, you can't do that. But wait, you're a former waiter. The secrets of Master Roll is that he's a former waiter. And he's capable of doing these things.
Hi, guys.
Yeah, we had to stop here because Mo's never been to A&W.
Never been to A&W.
And just got to keep doing that through the day. Did Goodwin say we weren't allowed to, I wasn't allowed to eat?
Who said that?
I don't know, I saw it in the chat. We were like, what's going on?
No.
I think that's the A&W we're at right now, that one right there. Beside the Dominion building. Could be.
Wow.
Could be.
Memories.
Master's over there, we're gonna try and... I think we all got buddy burgers. Raised without hormones. Or steroids. I think it's, you know, in my burger choices, it's A&W, Wendy's burger, and maybe Burger King and McDonald's. Of course, any of your favorite burger flavors. I should have said no tomatoes. You're gonna shoot while I eat?
Taking over the Mernahuana Zone while some of us enjoy a nice A&W teen burger. So I met Mark for the first time today at the Free Mark rally that we held when he was released from incarceration in the United States. And it's a treat for me because I joined the movement sort of after he was already incarcerated and after he had already made his mark on the industry. So now with him coming back, I'm really interested to see where it goes with him, seeing what he does with Jody, and of course looking forward to working with him myself.
I introduced you as our joint roller.
The joint roller, yes, exactly, and I appreciate that. I rolled a 14-gram joint today, hoping to have him get a hit off that, but he was a little bit too busy with the media around 420. But I had a good time rolling that 14-gram joint. You can see it in the National Post already. And I'm sure you'll see it on Global News and all of the other sources as well. And we just got the dope chef back to enjoy his meal. Here at A&W in Windsor, Ontario.
Road tripping.
There's apparently a Windsor in California as well. But that's not the Windsor we're in. That would be a whole other story, driving across the border to go get Mark to bring him back across.
That'd be a road trip.
Yes, yes.
And Her Majesty is the House of Windsor.
Her Majesty? My tattoo man is referring to just up on my arm. This is a different angle. So I have a tattoo that I got on my massive gun. It's the THC molecule, obviously.
I haven't seen that before.
No, eh?
No.
Oh, I've had it just over a year.
Oh, wow.
So the only tattoo I have. I thought about it for probably 10 years before I actually went and got it. And I got it when I got my first official paycheck from being unemployed and making it my own way on the cannabis path that I've chosen and pretty much dedicated myself to. So that's where I thought I'd celebrate and get it, and I thought it was a worthwhile one. You don't want to get necessarily just a flat out hot leaf, because that's a little bit too common maybe for me. I wanted something that was a little bit more discreet and something that you had to think about a little bit to figure out sort of what it was or what you were looking at. And then of course, you know, my parents see it and they go, "What is that?" And my sister immediately goes, "It's probably THC molecule." Which was pretty awesome. My parents are supportive of my cannabis use, so it's not like they're disappointed, and I'm not the first person in the family to get a tattoo, so it wasn't a major issue for us. But, and I didn't get it on my face, and they were kind of happy about that one.
What family member got a tattoo on their face?
None of my family members got a tattoo on their face, but it could be worse. My brother has one on his lower arm that they're not a huge fan of because he can't wear short sleeve shirts without it being too obvious, that sort of thing. But the face, Mike Tyson's tattoo, I would really like to get one like that. Maybe a half weed leaf on your face. That would look kind of nice, right?
I'm only gonna get the full weed leaf fully legal.
Fully legalized. Listening to Mark Emery talk today about his views of where legalization should go is really inspiring, because sometimes you hear about legalization and you hear about some people maybe not being entirely too they're not entirely supportive of it because they want to they don't truly understand what legalization would mean. And the way that that Mark was talking about it today, the bottom line for his legalization sort of cause is legalization means nobody goes to jail for smoking a joint anymore. Legalization means nobody goes to jail for cannabis anymore. Legalization also means that anyone who has gone to jail for cannabis possession or anything related gets off. And he wants actually to go so far as the government to send an apology to everyone who has suffered from the current cannabis laws and apologize and admit that the current laws are unjust. And this is the first time that I ever heard Mark speak publicly like this. I've heard his wife Jody speak quite often, and she is just as passionate about it as he is. And it was really, really cute to see the two of them go at it together today, because go at it in the sense that they were sort of battling for, you know, dominance on the mic, but not even very lightly. They had a moment where they were joking about before Mark went to prison. Jody was sort of learning to do public speaking and learning to be in the spotlight, and now he's come out of prison and she's his equal, and it was really fun to watch him and her sort of speak about that and the way that they hope for their movement to advance and evolve over the next year. Mark's plans obviously were, he talked a little bit about them, but obviously they're going to be a little while for them to sort of be set in stone and him to truly figure out what his next year is going to include and where he'll be in a year from now. He has some really cool things planned out. I heard him talking about doing tours around Canada. He's going to be flying around to other countries. Fortunately, he's no longer welcome back in the States, which is unfortunate, but I think that was sort of one of the terms of him being freed back to Canada here. So we were happy to have him. He's happy to be back. And from what he was saying, he's going to be really happy to get out of Canada, because before he was extradited, he was worried that if he ever actually left Canada and went to another country, that the DEA would have an easier time to just catch him at the airport, whatever airport he was in, whatever country, and just be, by the way, you're getting on this plane, and and take him back to the U.S. and basically kidnap him, and he wouldn't have much power over it in some countries out there. Canada did protect him to some degree. Obviously, they failed in the end, but he did get back after 4 years and 2 months. So that's sort of an interesting 4 months, 2 months, 4 years, 2 months, 0 days. I think that would work out rather well. 4, yeah. I don't think it's actually the case, but that would just be really fucking sweet. So, all right, now dinner time. So here we are, Matt Myrna handing it back to you.
Well, you want to hand the dope chefs over there?
Yep.
Although it's unfortunate we didn't bring Matt Oliver, because I think this will be the first and only time on the webcast where I might be able to take you into the bathroom and watch and like I'll pee. But Libby, how are we gonna do that? Like I don't want to see me peeing or urine on the screen, but I just want to do you know, peeing. What do you think? Libby, are you up for that?
That would be a bit awkward.
Put the chat up for like me going to the bathroom. Thank you. Thanks for stopping in.
This is the real A&W.
Man, this is authentic as they come. We don't want to catch Mo in the bathroom, but that's where we're going.
That'd be kind of fun, actually. Want to do that?
We're going in there. You want to go film me?
Get him to sign out a disclosure form?
Break out your buddy burger before you come to the bathroom and watch it. Unfortunately, Matt Oliver's not here. I would have been like, I actually had to ask Libby. I'm like, you're okay? We're filming my backside while I try and cop one. We're gonna fill up some more and lovely A&W root beer. And of course, as you know, every good trip you have to go to the washroom before you leave the restaurant. And man, when it just started started pissing rain just around London, Ontario, just sheets coming down. I was like, I really have to go to the bathroom. And I think Mo was the same. I think everyone. It was like that last little like, whoa, I really had. And you're in the middle of Ontario where it's like nothing happens out here, but once you're outside of Windsor, nothing but corn and all the way to London. It's nothing but green belt. It's just nothing but Ontario's green bed basket.
There's a few bushes.
Few bushes if we were to go on the side of the highway. We're not going to do that. We're going to. So, Dope Chef, are you okay with that? You're ready for a bathroom? What's the chat?
Yeah,
chat
I don't think I'd film you. Maybe I'll film the mirror, maybe of me and my reflection. We could hear the sound effects. It'd be a bit awkward.
All right, yeah. Like, I didn't want you filming me as I. Well, we'll take you in now. Like like maybe beside me or something. Oh, look, you got the Papa sign?
Is it?
And of course, it's wheelchair friendly, and they say no smoking. Oh, perfect!
They changed
I can go here, but if I'm nervous. Stay right there with me. Oh man, there's like kids on the floor or something.
We'll get
Let me go on command, too. You got this?
I got my free mark shirt. So let me concentrate on it.
Heat on the Mernahuana Zone! Yeah, buddy!
Oh no.
We have reached a brand new low on the show. Peeing while we webcast. Notice where my hands are. Yeah, so that was a good tea too. I really needed that. Alright.
This is the real road trip.
It's a real road trip. You get all the action. Fuck, you gotta like, man, I almost want to like take my leg up there and flush this shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we should. So you got that, eh? Is that good?
So you got a review of the washroom? How does this stack up to the highway washrooms?
It's a pretty good highway washroom. We got some like antibacterial soap going on here. I'm too low for the show. This is why we're not on the Pod TV network anymore, and the only people that will accept us is Baber Central. But, you know, when you try and cop a Craigslist segment, it's hard to do. Do we like totally freak people? That one will be for the best of year-end. I've never had a kid where I got to use that. You know when you're
Big rolling trips.
Yes, you could use this as a rolling. Oh, for sure. Road trip, but you gotta have your buddy if you're road tripping and you're gonna use these as a rolling. You gotta have your buddy back here who's totally watching the door. So there you have it. Did you catch it?
Yep.
So yeah, you got me good.
Yeah.
Urinal shot?
We got it.
Fucking urinal shot.
Yeah.
Goodwin's gonna love us. Here we go, back out.
Cool. Back to A&W.
Man, look at that VW. Road trip.
Yep. You survived. You survived. Mo, the chat's looking to know your review of the A&W if you got one.
Hey man, I enjoyed my teen burger, which doesn't really sit well with me. I don't want to necessarily call my food like teen or mama or
You didn't want
papa.
to eat mama?
I don't know. That was just a bit much for me, but it was really good. I enjoyed it. I got the real seasoned fries with honey mustard, freaking amazing. My typical burger and my diet. I'm on a diet, a bacon double cheeseburger diet.
It's a good diet to have.
I've been going strong with the bacon double cheeseburgers for a few years now.
It's nice.
Shaping up nicely. Working on my beer gut. It's coming in slowly but surely.
Me too.
Speaking of beer guys, I thought Mark Emery, if you've seen any of the press conference stuff and you're in the chat, do you think Mark had more of a punch than when he went in, or less of one? I couldn't. He seemed stronger too. He's like sobbing, shook my hand, hey Matt, when he was walking. And I was like, he almost crippled it. He's like, got really, and gave me a nice good hug. He was squeezing. I'm like, okay. But the last time,
5 years in jail, man.
yeah. So the last time Mark gave me a hug, I was like, we were at Vapor Central for the Mark Emery. He's like, oh Matt, it's so good to see you. And I had shattered this shoulder and I had it taped to me still. And he went and hugged me and he started, I was like screaming, not my shoulder! Just every pat, just like my eyes were lighting up. But of course he, the man was his caring moment at the same time, and my caring moment was like my fucking arm. So it's nice to get that hug back where it's like, man, now I can take that hug. I've done the exercises, Mark, the last 5 years haven't been the best haul for me with court. I just finished court in November. So
Raise it up.
So I finished court in November. This is my first summer totally free with no court overhang. And that literally started when Mark's exit was on his way out, so to speak. So as Mark was leaving Canada on that last tour, we had to, I had my court case begin. And so rare people don't know is that we've done all the smokeouts I've done for the last several years I did on bail. So it's great to have them back and see what amazing activism is going to come out because of our country has so many great activists now that they're everywhere.
The chat's wondering where Matt Oliver is.
We've traded Matt to some local Windsorites. They needed a guy. Matt's like, okay, I'll stick around, I'll stay. He was like, I really want to stay. And that was his words, I really want to stay. And so we let Matt Oliver stay behind. It only seemed fitting. So let him, hang out here in Windsor.
Windsor hospitality.
As his route. Yeah, so he won't be back anytime soon. But it's unfortunate we finally get rid of him. We finally get rid of Matt Oliver. And we immediately think to ourselves, wow, it'd be great if Matt Oliver was here to film me taking a pee. Because he would have been like, stream shot. He would have been a stream shot. Maybe. For sure. I would count on Oliver to film me peeing. I couldn't, Libby's like, I'm not gonna move.
How would Chris feel about that?
We did pretty good.
This is gonna be an epic TMZ, I gotta say.
A great team. We didn't show any of this. That's the rule. None of this. There was none of that. There's me, and I was like, yeah, peeing. all new low, also known as an all new high, and you can understand why they're like, this is why you guys are banned from Pod TV. Yeah, because we like to be like, hey, we know it'd be a great idea if we went and got Pete right on right now. And just use the so he couldn't even like film behind me. He had to like face the mirror.
With your reflections in there, like.
Yeah. That's just dying over there.
It's a good thing I'm not holding the camera. It's a movement.
Yeah, you don't see any other you don't see any comedy show. You know, it'd be a great segment tonight on Jimmy. If Jimmy just walked off the set and we followed him while he took a pee. I think that'd be a great idea. You know, you don't see it happen. Like, this would be the number of people writing for a show tonight, and you'd be like, you know what'd be good? A pee segment. Yeah. You know,
everyone loves a piss segment. Who doesn't like taking a piss?
Did the viewership go up or did it go down when we did that? Chris is gonna
hard to tell, yeah.
No, it's just we finally found a use. And we think we have good plans for the Weed Limo next year. Green room for the comedians, for the stage and stuff. So we'd sit in it and hotbox it while it's parked right at Young and Dundas corner. Because we can park it right on the fucking square because I have the permit to do it. So you can pull right in there, like, yeah, I got the permit for this. We can do this. Like, stuff like that, when we give the city all kinds of money, just allows, like, yeah, as long as you give us lots of money, we'll do whatever you want. Okay.
It's all about money.
It's all about, it felt like the first time we went to pay them for 420, it felt like giving the city a bribe, because we paid in cash. Awesome. We also paid for the Now ad in cash, and it was like, I think $11,000. Like, literally, Erin, she's like, I've never carried this much money before. I'm like, the plan will be is you go to the teller, they'll ask you to stand a certain way so she can, like, and they hide you from the rest of the view. Like, can you just stand like this? And then they can't see. And Erin and I jumped immediately in a cab and went there and just, like, now brought the cash counter out for us and just, like, and that's how we took out our first page ad, full page ad in Now for 420. This year they did the marijuana issue for us. Perfect. You know, that was
like 10 pages in there.
Yeah, so
it's the best issue now.
The full front of their newspaper was the marijuana issue. We did a dab story. His dab rig was in it.
And my ray gun.
The ray gun.
The ray gun rig got made especially for Matt Myrna.
Yeah.
One of the first times I ever really truly met Matt face to face and sort of really got to know him. I had a ray gun that made out of glass that it was a prototype, and he goes, that's fucking awesome, man. And I said, you know, I'm gonna make you one. And then like 3 months later, he's like, you said you were gonna make me a ray gun, and we should start getting a look at something you can work out for me. And the next week I show up with one for him at his show, the Mernahuana Zone, Tuesday nights. I'm there every Tuesday now since then actually. It's one of my favorite times of the week, so.
We love having Master Willa on the show. Especially, like, we have our own glass guy, you know, Master brings in the glass videos, and we can do that, show, like, how you do glass pieces, and that's been great. It's been a great addition to our show. You know, you can watch the Redbeard Glass Show on Pot TV every week, and you can tune into our show and get a little bit of glass from an up-and-coming glass artist. And, of course, you know, see what new pieces he makes every week. And we were talking about that one and how it had to hit in the face. I wouldn't ever use a gun to the face. I thought that'd be rude. And a lot of the other ray guns were kind of like a downward piece, but my ray gun shoots directly into your face. And you can hold it to people and they can dab like that and do it. So it's a beauty. Are we ready to roll?
We're ready to roll in the 420 Weed Limo.
420 Weed Limo. So we're leaving. I got my wallet, my keys, so that my phone's in the Weed Limo. We can plug this thing in, get good and medicated.
Yeah.
Medicated. Yeah, we re-medicated. That first joint we did was a good one, but it just started to hit the spot. I was just starting to get the DHO going too. Yeah, take it. Come on, let me try this. I wasn't wasn't impressed with the onion rings.
Whenever you're at a refined restaurant like this and the meal is delicious, you always want to get rid of your trash.
Oh, for sure.
Meanwhile, I left one behind.
You know what? These were excellent rolling drinks.
Yeah, this week they did
amazing. Not to say you should get one.
Yeah. So go to
It's $6.78 for a mug. How much for the tray?
The tray. Ask him. One's over there asking.
Where is my apron?
Hey, how much was the mug again?
$6.78.
How much is the tray?
We don't sell the trays.
Is it worth a mug?
Yeah, is it worth at least a mug?
Probably not.
Less than a mug.
I would say so. They're only metal.
Okay, so I'll leave you a toonie. While leaving. Perfect. I mean, look at that. There's no grooves.
Yep.
So it's not going to collect in it. Man, it's perfect. It's dirty, but
Why do we want this?
it's a rolling tray.
Same.
It's a great rolling tray. An amazing rolling tray.
A&W rolling tray.
A&W rolling tray.
You know that.
Let's go.
It was worth a try.
Oh.
Thanks, buddy. Have a good one.
So we're back on the road.
Oh. I thought you were going to look after. That's what I was.
You done with it?
Yes. Sorry, thank you. I thought.
We're gonna. Yeah, I remember, like I said, good to be back in Windsor, and I do want to. I have been wanting to come back here.
Say no, we didn't take it.
No, we did not take the rolling tray. Mo did not take the rolling tray. Come on, guys. Like ridiculous.
No, I would not take the rolling tray.
Have a rolling tray.
Take the rolling tray.
Don't ask permission.
What? we got the rolling tray?
Nice.
We got the rolling tray.
Outside, eh?
You don't ask for permission, guys. You just take.
Wait.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Wait. Yeah. Wait, what did you just say?
Just take.
Good.
Not us. Rolling tray.
Brand new.
So yeah.
Oh shoot! I'm sorry. I was like, wow.
Matt, do you want to try sitting here and see how the light works?
Yeah, sure. Let me. Where's that? Oh, here's the. So confused.
You've attained GTA points for acquiring a rolling tray.
Rolling tray.
They won't miss it.
That dude's not gonna miss. That guy works for barely minimum wage.
We actually asked him to buy it, and
he said
they wouldn't sell. They didn't sell it.
They didn't sell it, so he couldn't sell it.
So I was like, so is it worth at least a mug? He was like, probably not. I was like, so it's worth less? Yeah.
So it's like less than $6. Like, come on, folks.
We're talking.
Okay. And, all right, let's split.
Going towards a worthy cause.
It is. Much needed rolling tray for your demo. You're like, I got these rolling trays at A&W in Windsor. Don't be messing with them.
Nice clean edges.
Spread of A&W trays.
Yeah, it's a little bit better.
Horrible.
Back on the road.
Not for gas, but I mean, yeah, we can gas.
There should be a few before the. We're not. I think we're supposed to go the other way. Yeah, oh yeah. This is the wrong house. Wait. Yeah, we so need to smoke more weed then. Mo's not fun. Yeah.
Gilligan's?
Not so sober. I just ate 2 burgers.
It's time to like medicate.
All you can eat wings. Gilligan's.
Gilligan's.
Parking lot.
We're back in the Weed Limo. It's 8:30. We're just past an 8:20 of some kind. That's why I have danger. I don't know what.
No, it's 8:23.
So it's 3 minutes past one of the 420s he calls out on the show. I don't know which one. Because I don't. It's not in my show notes. Usually it says danger will call out 420 for Alaska or Great Britain or one of the islands. French Islands or
Hawaii. Hawaii is the last one.
Hawaii is the last one. I think we're at the French Islands. Although Brady now calls 4 a.m.s. Some countries. He's like, it's 4 a.m. in Iran. 4 a.m. in Baghdad. So Brady's back at the lounge. He's probably working with some of our other fine staff members.
What are you working on there?
I'm working on this shatter. I don't think it comes with all 2 hoots. But somehow someone filled my 2 hoot dab thing. Like the container you put your dabs in. There we go. Like, and it's gummed up good. I'm now using the 2 hoot. Well, I filled the 2 hoot came with this thing. Yeah, came with that. We have a lot of herbs in it. I blew the battery. Well, obviously it went. The battery on that one went. We have this one, but my boss, I've used the boss so much that the end needs like serious clean action. Look at that, guys. It's
no see-through.
You can't see through it. I thought it was gummed up, but apparently it's just bad. You can't use it. That's what it's like. Mast is over there. There we go. I really needed that dab.
Yeah, there might be one that's in the entire. Yeah, that's in the entire ridiculous.
On our way out of town.
It's going to the gas.
Lifestyle, family, fitness. We're almost outside the city of Windsor now. College is over on the right. St. Clair College there. Oh, Little Caesars.
Yeah, they got every franchise.
Oh, yeah, that'll be nice. Thank you.
We're just pulling into the Tahashi station to pick up some power converters.
What?
Pulling into the Tahashi station to pick up power. Fucking nerds.
Jedi knowledge.
Yet I still get it, so I guess I'm one of those nerds.
You're like fucking nerds. You're like, I got that reference. I didn't get the reference. No, if you're into nerdery, check out my sister's website.
But I was gonna go to the Tahashi station to pick up some power converters. You can waste time with your friends later.
New talents of Masterola we had no idea about. There we go, we're doing the portable dab rig. Well, that's lovely, buddy. Masterola dab rig back there, dabbing away. I have weed to roll up a bigger joint. We need some big joints. At least one or two more, but what did people think? Are they in the chat regarding the tea episode? They're like, that's it, I'm not gonna watch this show again.
What are you asking?
I wonder if the chat, what they thought of the tea.
Yeah.
What does the chat think of the pee?
The pee segment.
I know there's a facepalm comment.
I wonder what the chat, like, you know, Goodwin's gonna cut that segment out.
Save it while you still can.
That's right.
Screen cap.
We only do those things, like, let's be honest, it's 12 hours.
Trip.
We've been doing, yeah, it's a road trip. We've been on the road for 12 hours now. 8 of those hours will be dedicated.
Hey,
to,
nothing was wrong. Nothing was wrong with the hash the hash gig that someone did a couple months ago on the show.
That's right.
That was fun.
Did you say you had some water?
Yeah, it's right in a cooler down
Cooler, where?
Underneath all of our shit.
Oh, this stuff. Okay.
Alright. Alright, well, we'll have to maybe, I don't know. Maybe he's gonna.
Just we'll get it now.
They still got the ribs to go through there.
Oh, in here.
Everybody wants ribs.
It's a lift up.
Go through the ribs? I don't know, man. There you go. You can see this is a Weed Limo. It's well stocked with everything.
Yeah. Dope.
We stopped for food.
Anybody want one?
No, I'm good.
Oh, we stopped for power converters.
Is that what we stopped for? Oh, it'd be great to get back to the city. Ride my bike back. Must take like forever to fill this thing. Savvy is gonna bust out tunnel burger or tunnel barbecue.
Tunnel barbecue, established 1941.
That's the class.
And that's it. This is the end of the month. This is the last time. It's
September.
a good thing. September is the last month.
September's last month.
World famous tunnel barbecue ribs.
Two stacks of ribs. Look at that.
Dope. Yeah, the real crinkle cut fries.
Whoa. I wonder if there's still the same dude from 1941 working there. Can you imagine?
One guy was there from when he was 16 and he's 50 now.
Oh, you imagine trying to find a job now? What did you do? Well, I worked at Tunnel Barbecue from 16 to 50. Like, you, like...
This would be an award-winning rib guy, though. He's an award-winning... At least they won the cook-off sauce one. That's why they got... Yeah, there's the...
They won the cook-off competition for ribs?
Yeah, so or for the barbecue sauce. Yeah.
I always forget that word. Like, it's got, like, the playbook perfectly worked in his niece there. Glad you guys are watching the Mernahuana Zone. And it's been a great day. I don't know how many people have watched all day. Probably the haters.
We had up to 300.
We had up to 300 viewers, but we still have like lots of viewers. So it's great. Mark Emery essentially walked into Canada, and we're just going to start the story that Mark arrived by 420 in Canada. It was like 418. 4-9, like it was real close, and that was what we put. A lot of people are like, "Are you the organizers?" Like, I hate admitting to being the organizer of anything, especially stuff that I haven't organized. But we brought the podium, the flags, everything was set up, and people were like, "Well, what time is he going to be out?" And they're like, "Well, 4 o'clock-ish," and I was like, "He'll be here by 4:20." And sure enough, Mark was in Canada by 4:20. And the rainbow over City Hall. You saw his press conference. It was just everywhere. Like we had excellent footage and coverage. Chris will be splicing all that up for you guys. I'm not sure how it works. Once we hit stop, I think it goes automatically into rotation. But Chris has to do something to make all that stuff live. I would imagine he'll do it sooner than later. You probably see it first thing in the morning. You'll get to see all our footage. I got some great shots. I have, like, just to show you time constraints. Media did not get a good segment of Mark smoking his first joint. We got that on video, and Mass is like, I got sweet footage. He'll have that on his YouTube channel sooner rather than later, because you got it. Time is tonight, he says. Master will beat me then, in terms of deadliness. I'm going to zip that file off to now and say, here's your video file. Here's your photo. They're like, we need a photo. So they were stressing on me. We scrummed it. The scrum was great. Just Mark walked out that door, and it was just like a surge, which I was expecting. It's like, oh, there's just going to be a surge of people. Me and the city TV national guy were like, he's like, can you duck? I'm like, yeah, once you get your shot, can you duck? I'm like, yes. But we had to Hail Mary it. If you understand your camera, one of the ideas would be put the camera on display. You hold the camera up over your head so you can see the display, and you angle it over the crowd, everybody, and then put it down, and then you just hit continuous. And it just starts going. And at that point, assuming you're on the display and you're aiming in the correct direction, you should get some good shots. We got some real amazing ones. Where's my... We'll show you guys some really good shots from the day. We'll see that. It might work this way.
Who's Wolferino?
Wolf for what?
It says Vape Central. Am I on tonight or am I high?
You're not on. Oh, Wolf of Weed Street. Mark Emery release. Man, we're on the road in Windsor, Ontario. And
cell phone and then
we haven't had a chance to. We'll have you on next week. Wolf of Weed Street next week. We apologize. I got your package in the mail though. Thank you very much. I'm gonna do an unboxing video live on the Mernahuana Zone of the vape stuff you sent. So that was really cool. It's just been real hectic around us. We haven't had a chance to really organize the show other than like, hey, Mark Emery's out. We're going to Windsor. How are we getting to Windsor? Oh, call that guy who was the Weed Limo that we met. Perchance. That was really cool that we met Mo by chance here. He's up for Carabana. Did they get a good shot of that? Did they see that?
No.
No, you can't see these photos, unfortunately. I got a nice shot of Mark's, like, bag. Like, his prison bag was here. So
just
that
comes
was...
out white.
Yeah. We were on real low light. The herd was here. Just a swarm of people. Just a swarm of good people, hearty good people today. Oh, here it is. Some nice bright shots. We're back on the road, heading into Toronto. If you're at Vapor Central, my bike's parked out front, and I'll be getting out of the limo, and of course, doing what all people who get out of limos. I'm gonna go ride my bike home. Here's, see that? Does that work?
That sort of works.
Does that kind of work? There's a nice photo.
You see more Jody.
I'm trying. I have a really nice photo I wanted to show people. Oh, here's one. Here's one. This is Opus. You guys can see that. We got shots of Opus. Really nice Opus shot. Oh, this is Mark when he's like, I was like, hi Mark. He's like, saw me and he turned and he's like, oh Matt. So I don't know, there's his face for that. But we got the shot that I think. Oh, this is nice one of Jody again. Just beaming.
Where can they see all these pictures?
These photos, first Cannabis Cultural started having stuff. I'm in the process, like I'm looking at, as I look through them, like I'm pretty certain I got the shot. These photos have to go to now before they come to anyone else. They get to choose because that's, I guess, the assignment. There's Jody pointing out the Detroit skyline. A lot of these won't be used. I think they're going to use one of the first embraces. So you just see the mad scrum of media around us. It was pretty intense media, and that was happening. Oh, here's just to show you guys. Can you see that one?
Not very well. You can see Herb in the center. There you go.
So that was like what the scrum of people was like. I'm just trying to get you a nice shot. I don't know if it's up yet. If anybody's posted online, if they have a photo, you can maybe look of Jody and Mark embracing. And you'll definitely want to see a photo of that. You get a chance to see one photo. But I got it right as they were coming out, and it was quite the sacrifice shot. Took one for the team. There's Mark there. I don't know if you can see that. Alright, so there's one, just enjoying there. And remember, Mark's first words out on Canadian soil were...
Oh, ribs.
Oh, ribs. There is, but we got the money shot. Don't you worry. Now there's a hugging embrace. No, not getting anything good. It's unfortunate. We do have some real nice photos. And tune in to check out Cannabis Culture. Check out Now. I sent some photos out via Now through their Twitter stream. I sent some press conference photos of Mark. But I saved the money shots. I was like, we're not going to shoot something on the camera. We're going to shoot something on the digital SLR. Which meant, as I said, it's only used. I've only ever shot marijuana syringe with this camera. I don't take it out anywhere. It has too much value for me. Because I would hate to lose it. I'd hate to get stoned somewhere and forget it. And it has happened to me before when I take these things.
You've gotten stoned before. Surprise.
Yeah, well, most people are surprised when they find out that they got sick.
There he is, yeah. That's in the back there, you can see him.
Maybe it was smart, he's trying to shoot some other guy's iPad. That was excellent.
Captured video of the video.
Yeah, that was madness.
I'm underneath this dude right here. I'm underneath him. But it was quite madness, which was what I was expecting. And I've been in some media scrums before that are pretty high pressured. And I knew the civility would end the moment it was going to happen. Canada press, like just snap. Look, she's out. See her work the elbow to move, and that's what you got to do in these things. A lot of the pot people, they don't know that things. Again, I'm underneath him here somewhere, and then I'm already moving because we noticed that we have stairs. Already, the main money shot was back here now. Yeah. The money shot was that was it. Everything else, like, they're coming back.
Watch how wild these guys are going, yeah.
Look, these guys are just going to come back. We're like, we'll get some more just in case. You got...
It's right where the crowd breaks, though, and they're walking in front.
Yeah, it only happened for a minute. But you can see her. She's just like, I have to do this all the time. She knows how to move. She knows how to do that stuff. Opus. Let's see Opus right here.
Oh, the guy from Michigan.
Yeah.
Oh.
Back up.
Oh, that's where I get. Oh, I think that's where I walked into a pole. Everyone walks into a pole. And then it starts up at the. There's like 100, over 100 people there.
I was going to guess about 80 to 100.
Yep.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's a great turnout.
And then media.
Where did I put the boss dabber? Oh, there it is. It's right there. I'm going to fill up the boss for Mo. Got to make sure our people... Yeah, this is a Dope Chef video.
Somebody just
Windsor Star. There's Naomi. There's Savio.
Somebody just posted the Vapor Central Facebook page as
What?
Vapor Central. Someone just posted the Vapor Central Facebook page under the name Vapor Central. Would that be?
Yeah, that's Chris. Yeah. Is Goodwin watching the show? Oh, Vapor Central's back at BC. They can do that. Live yet?
No, not back up yet.
Still waiting?
Now we're on.
So we're watching just the footage, Dope Chef shots. A lot of good national media on hand.
Yeah, this is a big speech. They started asking questions right away too. He didn't get to get into a speech first. They like started asking.
Because media, you can already tell that media knew what they're dealing with. They're like, if you let them talk, you're not going to get what you want. Just start shooting questions at them. Because history is that Mark likes to talk, and you know they want to make sure the media get what they want. It'd be great to see your footage.
Yeah, look at this. All media.
You know, watch. You can watch our video footage. We've been doing great all day. I know 300 plus of you tuned in. Thanks if you came over from now. I mean, it's not like we're the CBC or whomever with mad gear. We're doing a BlackBerry playbook. It's the only thing that runs Java. So what we do is we actually log into live stream because it's the one thing that runs it so well. It's the only thing the playbook turned out to be good for. So if you want to do live streaming affordably, try and get your hands on a BlackBerry playbook. I'm not sure how many they made of those.
Yeah, that's the goal of it.
Just shoot questions out.
The best was when one of the guys went to try to adjust his mic and knocked another network's mic off. And
oh yeah.
Yeah, the podium was full of mics. It's every major organization.
there's like 8 of them out there.
Maybe Sun News. Yeah, maybe Sun News. I didn't see.
All these guys are local affiliates, right? So CTV had 3 people there from 3 different of their networks. Their national, their local affiliate, and then I guess maybe their Toronto affiliate. But they had 3 different groups there.
Bell Media, they got so many different people.
Yeah, they're all like, oh, we're the same media, kind of. Which was good that they, plenty of people came out. Didn't see CBC News truck. I saw well, maybe I did see. You guys see CBC video?
Yeah, they were there.
Yeah.
They were the ones that were, I think they were going live at the end. They were the ones that were still on the grass.
So they missed everything.
Yeah. no, I think the guy went live.
I think they called and said, hey, do you want to go live?
On the shoulder, and he's like, we're going live during the speech. So they might have gone live at some point during the speech. Yeah, because CBC News World is on all day.
Right, all day, so... Great backdrop, just a beauty backdrop.
Yep. Yeah, it was originally going to be the outdoors, and then we switched. There's a limo driver.
Where will this footage be found?
This will be on the Dope Chef YouTube, dopechef.com, and then Dope Chef YouTube is a Dope Chef Media. That's our channel.
Oh wow, we got more light.
Dope Chef.
Lights. Dopechef.com.
Yep. And so, Dope Chef here.
So the footage that was on the screen, they can catch you there at some point?
Yeah, hopefully tomorrow. And you're uploading your raw footage tonight?
Yeah.
Usually Dope Chef edits stuff out, but I'm just going to put
the raw speech up, yeah.
Me too.
People want to see the speech.
I'm putting the raw speech up too.
Yeah.
And you could have caught that today on our live stream all time. We had that going all through the day. We beat the CBC then if they were like, hey, we're going live. Bro, we're already live over here, man. Like, go sit down back there. That could be one of the things. I'm trying to get a bit medicated. Passing through the boss and we're gonna get more medicated.
Yeah. You'll be able to lower the thing. Where is it? Oh, it's behind it.
Hello. Hello. Cruising down the Ontario Highway. Looking at the windmills. Well, it's been a great day. It's quite historic. You don't get a chance to celebrate the victories. There's not enough victories in the marijuana movement. We maybe should be celebrating the smaller victory set or something, but we need to celebrate the victories more often because, you know, you need to be there when we win because there's something, we win so few that I think it's important that we are, you know, winning and help people know that we're winning. So you got to be out there to celebrate the victories when there's an opportunity because there's so few victories for the marijuana movement. It's almost, you know, I'm sure for others it's a great day and it's hard to keep it in perspective that it is a very good day for everybody. Mark is home and, you know, so begins the next phase of his life. As I said, it's a 10-year journey. He was busted in 2005. We were protesting in 2005 in front of the U.S. consulate. I saw Steve Bacon today. I got arrested. Yeah, and that guy followed me to watch them arrest me because he's like, oh man, someone's got to keep an eye on you. Here you go, guys. It was great to see Steve Bacon today. It's good to see that he saw it to a natural conclusion because he was there when we did a spontaneous protest and then we did another one a couple weeks later, the big national protest. It was the first time when we actually saw these things happening. And crazily enough, social media, even though we talk about trolls and haters and stuff, social media has done more to isolate. Canada's such an isolated country. We won't grass out. We're a huge national country. It's epic landmass, and yet we're so well connected via the internet now that we know what's going on. Like in Yellowknife, people can watch the Mernahuana Zone like just nobody's business. And you know, 30 years ago in Yellowknife, places like that, if you got the CBC, that's all you got. And that was pre-Trailer Park Boys CBC. They weren't hip and cool. So I just think we live in a country now, even from 5 years ago. Think of the things that Mark Emery hasn't done. He's never sent a tweet, never tweeted before. He's never sent an Instagram photo, never Facebook status updated through a mobile device. He's never realized that, dude, I got Google on my phone, watch this. He said he's never used a smartphone. He's never used a smartphone. Completely, you know, imagine walking out and all of a sudden, it used to be like we'd have these other kids, or everybody's just taking selfies with them. It's like everybody's like, I gotta go get my photo. Like time travel. Yeah, it's a complete, as Maslow said, it's a time travel thing. Like imagine like your life stopped 5 years ago, and now today, when you walk out that door, it begins anew. It is a wonderful opportunity to look ahead in life. I wish him and Jody the best. You know, more personal success for all of them. Here we go, nice joint here. Weed Limo. You can see these guys are moved back to America starting next couple days. So if you're out there, it's WERK, WERK420.com.
we're back.
And we're back. Again, guys, just remember when we do have blackout or outages, it's only, you know, we do try to come right back to you as quickly and as possibly as we can. I know people are dropping in and out of the show and like, oh, it's over. It does end technically at 10:20, and we're plugged in, so you know, you don't see the CBC guy going live from the back of a Weed Limo. You know, those guys have like mad amount of technology,
and we're traveling at 120K.
Yeah, and so imagine what we're doing on this scope that we're doing. You know, there's very few movements and cultures that even, like when you look around and who's like people are podcasts, people are doing more and more as the internet. But I think we're, you know, it's great to be live streamed. It's a lot more comfortable in here without Matt Oliver in it, let me just tell you. Way more room. We're all like totally stressed.
Sorry if you're watching, Matty.
Sorry for watching that, Matt. I good job. Much more space to just like kick back and chill and do really well. You know, highly liking it. Pretty beat. I mean, it's what? I've been up since 7. Oh,
7? You woke up at 7? I was up at 6:30.
6:30? I woke up at 6:30. I began waking up, and I was just like, I'll get out of bed at 7. It'll take me 15-20 minutes to get ready. I'll leave the door out the door at 7:20, and I'll ride my bike for 40 minutes. So that's what we did. Oh, we didn't do the bud swap. Sorry, you guys, we didn't do bud swap this week.
We're busy getting food.
we're getting food and all that, taking these. But there's only so much bud in a Weed Limo that can be swapped. Instead of swapping, we're just going to swap.
There are different types of lollipops.
There are different kinds of lollipops in here.
I'll swap you this for that.
Okay, that seems like a good deal.
Whoa, bud swap!
Bud swap is completed.
So I got a platinum Girl Scout cookie and unknown here.
Speaking of unknown, it's some of my favorite weed given to me. It's like, I don't really know the strain.
So it's clear bag number 1.
Clear bag number 1. Speaking of cannabis competitions, and I know we weren't, Saskatchewan Prairie Municipal Harvest Cup is coming up in September, and we will be there webcasting live, because that's what we're good at.
What about the Kush Cup? We mentioned that one. End of August.
There's a Kush Cup at the end of August?
I think so. Wasn't he, Kush.ca guy was on Opus last weekend.
Oh yeah?
I think he was mentioning it, yeah. The weed guy, yeah.
The weed guy, Mark Loki. So, we're on the road, kicking out from the Windsor press conference, Mark Emery. You can see that he was out stumping, or out, you know, during the press conference he talked about going out on the road and stumping for Justin Trudeau unofficially. And
yeah, I like that part. That's where Dope Chef gets in on it, because Dope Chef was made infamous by that clip that we uploaded, the one where he's talking about Justin Trudeau.
But didn't get popular. That Dope Chef clip.
It didn't, but it was picked up by every media organization. Like the quote.
Right.
Mark Emery's quote.
It was weird, and then you got played on the Sun TV News Network.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's but it didn't get a lot of play when it started, and then all of a sudden, like
Yeah, they found it. They found it, and a guy on these conservative blogs started after the Rob Ford drug scandal came out. They started, like I saw a few of them had posted that clip saying like, oh, if Justin Trudeau smokes weed, you know, why do you care about Rob Ford? You know, smoking whatever he's smoking.
Right.
And then the one
so
thing
you were getting conservative traffic then.
Yeah, we were getting conservative traffic, exactly, because they're trying to use it as a smear. That's the same thing that they're like the guys behind this smearing Mark now, you know, trying to say that Justin Trudeau is in with like a drug kingpin.
Drug kingpin.
But I liked in Mark's speech today when he mentioned that Pierre Trudeau promised and he didn't fulfill.
Right.
So it's still a chance, you know. Who knows what runs in the family?
I don't know. The Liberals, like I said, you know, Pierre brought it out and he didn't. John Chrétien brought it up and he didn't. You're right. It's a long Liberal history of promises and non-delivery. And you can be assured that the Conservatives promised mandatory minimums, they promised to stomp us in the nuts, and they delivered. Then they should say that. We delivered. We promised that we were going to stomp medical marijuana people. We promised we were going to really stomp marijuana patients. And we delivered results. We arresting them, more and more of them every day. And you're really going to start, in front of the, more people potentially could go to jail under Justin Trudeau, and I like bringing this up, under Justin Trudeau, than under Harper if he doesn't change the laws simply because of mandatory minimums. So he has to do something, because nobody ever wants to be labeled, well, he put more people in jail than Harper. And that's a possibility if you don't change those laws. So Justin's made it a pretty difficult bet for himself, and he's gonna have to fulfill.
He's got to come through with it, and that's the thing is he does it like right away, which hopefully he'd be able to if they win like a big majority or something, liberal majority. He can put it in right away, and end the prohibition, repeal the prohibition. Then it would still be 2015 because if he gets it in the next election, October 2015, then.
And there's usually a honeymoon period.
Yeah, exactly. The honeymoon period, yeah. But then hopefully he can fit it in. If he could get it in right then he'd have a hardcore decade from 2005 to 2015, 10 years, like from Mark being charged to like marijuana prohibition being repealed. And that's why I think the Liberals should embrace the hemorrhage. They should, let him in.
Well, Jordy's just said it. She's a member of the party, and we'll see. And it's funny, the conversations they had today is that, Jordy will be the candidate and Mark will be the guy in the background, will be the husband. So
he's a libertarian too. You'd think there's some libertarian liberals that look at the libs.
There are no libertarian liberals are, as I've said earlier, they're big on like talking to people from the left, like, hey, we all want to do this, and then once they get power, they're like, listen, I gotta like go bomb some kids in Gaza, I gotta build a pipeline, I gotta rewrite the environmental laws for my corporate buddies. I think there's some in there still. Those are some of the things Trudeau's going to do first. But you have to make it a priority for him by becoming a member of the party. Remember, this liberal idea didn't come out from the Emerys. It actually came out from the Young Liberal Party. The Young Liberals did a great job at putting together marijuana legalization and then presenting it to their party, writing platform policy ideas, getting the proposal passed, and spending a great deal of time getting it done. So, lots of kudos.
I still can't believe it tastes so good.
It tastes so good.
Yeah, that old clip where Mark Emery's referring to Justin Trudeau as a hypocrite, that was during, and he's saying he's being whipped by his party. That was when Michael Ignatieff was the leader. And then he's like the old liberals. He's like the conservative side of the liberals, like he said.
Yeah. Those liberals are still around, though.
Yeah, that's the scary part, yeah.
And they've been around the party for a long time, and it has come out again from the Young Liberal Party, the Young Liberals League. They took it as a cause, and then we bombed Ignatieff really hard when RV Verna happened. There was like a period where I did intense media, and then I was like, oh, I'm done media today. I'm finally going to sit down and play some video games and unwind. And then the phone would ring, and it'd be like a weird area code that's Canada, and you'd pick it up and be like, hey, I'm the radio producer for such and such a show. Iggy just came through town, and he said something about marijuana. Can I have you on my show to retort? And it would just like every day, just you would think like, it was almost like, can you just shut your fucking hole? Like he decimated his own party by just showing he couldn't make like even the remotest of discussion. He responded in one conversation. He thought it was, why are we thinking about smoking pot when he thought it would be okay to drink? It would be better to drink. And remember, Justin Trudeau did vote for the first round of mandatory minimums. He did vote, and then he changed his mind. A lot of that pressure, again, came from a young group of liberals, a young liberal party. I mean, those kids, they tried to recruit me for the last 2 years, and they've done great work. And it included statistics like the RV Verna ruling. Like, when the Globe and Mail writes 2 positive editorials about me, and I'm like, yes, the only socialist ever in the history of the Globe and Mail to have 2 positive editorials. Times are hugely changed. The National Post is doing this as a bigger story than anything else. So, presuming another comedian doesn't kill himself because they're despondent over Robin Williams' death, like Jim Carrey, if Jim Carrey doesn't die in the next 24 hours, the news cycle on Mark should be really good.
Yeah, that is one thing I liked about with that whole clip coming out with Mark Emery talking about Justin Trudeau that was filmed in 2009, and really like last summer is really when the national media picked it up, was that at least it got Mark Emery back in the news headlines. It's like they could have just made the story about Justin Trudeau, all the stories were about them, but then that one actually is like about Mark Emery. It's a full year before today,
Yeah, that video, it was like I said, it was strange when it had been posted for years.
Yeah.
Like years, and it did nothing.
Even so we can thank Rob Ford for having a scandal. Yeah.
And then the Sun News Network picked it up. Yep. And more people watch the Mernahuana Zone than the Sun News Network. It is like seriously subsidized by the rich. And it's not even good rich people TV. Like if I was like rich, I wouldn't want flashy like colors with everything the Sun News Network does. I'd like to come home and just unwind my mind to some thoughtful conservative discussion. Not Kentucky, I hate you. It's just ridiculous. I intend never to do the Sun News regardless of how you have to know.
I think they did a good documentary about the gun grab in High River. Did you see that one? I like that one. That was hardcore. But basically, when there was that big flooding in High River, Alberta, they were like, RCMP's going in, like knocking people's doors down. People have already abandoned like the whole area, right? Everyone's been evacuated, and they're just like going around to all the people that had their guns registered and collecting them. It was a pretty crazy,
that's a crazy
martial law. Yeah, and because they're in boats and stuff, like military boats. They bring up an RCMP guy, kick the door in, and they're even saying, or some people in the documentary say that they left their doors unlocked, and the guy still kicked it in. It's like unlocked. They don't even check the handle. They just
put it in.
They just like to start kicking.
They like the dramatic entrance.
No,
I didn't know they did that in Harper's hometown.
Yeah, they did.
Alberta at its best. I didn't see that documentary. Speaking of documentaries, next week on the Mernahuana Zone, we're going to have Patrick McGuire from Vice.com. Check out Vice on the YouTube. They're releasing a 3-part series on Canadian cannabis, it's called. We made all the Be Real, and I got a nice message from them saying, hey, thanks for not being upset. you got cut. We shot 40 hours of footage. Even Damien, it's like, what do you mean you got cut? I saw like a rough draft 2 weeks ago where you were in it. I'm like, no, got cut. I got a nice email from them. I was like, yeah, getting cut happens. And you know, they did 2 stories on me, but then they're like, hey, can you invite? It'd be great to come on the show and talk about it. So I would like to have Patrick back on the show. They recommend that they're going to try and maybe get Damien. But we had Damien early enough. Now maybe because what happens is, because I've been cut, maybe they'll be like, because we've been promoting the Vice documentary, and it's really good. Check it out. It's a wicked. We made B-reel. I saw Naomi. We made lots of B-reel. The 420. I was disappointed because I want to see what 420 looked like through the eyes of Vice. And they showed some of it, but I really wanted to see what our events looked like.
Yeah, they showed a clip of the Dab Cartel and when they're handing out the some goodies.
So watch the Vice.com doc, and we'll get Patrick on the show. Well, maybe we can do Skype hookup with Vice publisher Sarush Alvey, and put in maybe they can put in a good word and say, yeah, you'll talk for 15 minutes or whatever. But yeah, we want Patrick McGuire back on the Mernahuana Zone. He'll be back, I think, next Tuesday. He's like, oh, I can work it into my schedule. So we hope that, I want to talk about this documentary. It's a pretty kick-ass documentary. You can watch it right now. Go to youtube.com, Vice. I don't know what their subscription channel is.
Yeah, I noticed they don't have it on their YouTube channel, because I checked their YouTube to see if there was a link there that they got it on their own player, yeah. Yeah, so they're probably going to upload it to YouTube later, I think.
Okay, so it's on their own player.
Yeah.
We got our, we saw Damien last...
soundtrack. I like the soundtrack, yeah.
We had Damien last week, and then we had Brian O'Dea, and then before that we had the medical marijuana bounty. The summer's been great on the show, and we're rolling into the fall. It's sweeps month, I'm calling September. Savio's missing something.
Didn't I roll a joint?
You did, I think you put it in your pocket.
No, it's right there.
Oh, didn't I roll a joint? It's like, didn't I roll a joint?
I was looking around for it. I couldn't find it.
I couldn't find the joint anywhere. It's like, didn't I roll it? Yeah, like 20 minutes ago after you did this, exhale. He's like, I really love the taste of that. And then apparently you forgot where the joint went. It's been a great day. It's been a long day, but I was blazing. And you'll notice about this Mark joint thing is that Jody, he's like, you promised. He was starting to say something like you weren't gonna do photos of weed smoking. Like that didn't last at all time. Shots of Mark Emery smoking pot will be on the internet soon. In fact, I think it's on cannabis culture already. So it's like, yeah, that plan didn't work at all. But if next week on the show, for future in contests, whenever we have contests, from now on, the answer is, oh, ribs. The best line ever. The best line ever. Oh, ribs. Like, just not see the crowd of people in front of you, or your wife, nobody. Oh, ribs, that'd be.
Yeah, well, they probably don't have that one in prison food.
No ribs in prison. Mark was talking about how
the ribs can be used as shanks, so you have to be careful.
Mark was talking about how, like, he doesn't know the price of regular food. He just knows the price of prison vegetables and stuff that he would buy. Like, oh, well, that goes for $5. I'm like, man, I think I can get you a pound of that for $5. Not one. Yeah, so Mike, now that he's out and a free man, he was part of a food, to keep fresh food. He was like, you have to buy it all the time. And so Mark would buy fresh food constantly. And he's said in the video that we have, I think.
Yeah, no watermelon. So there was no watermelon in there, no pineapple. So it's like you can get fresh stuff, but it wasn't everything.
And so one of the things we did bring with them is I gave them 3 peaches, fresh Ontario, which you could smell smell them. He's like, oh, this one's beautiful. So you can have that tonight and just, you know, sleep comfortably in a bed. Assuming he decides to sleep. But they're on a plane back in Toronto at 7 a.m.
Tomorrow?
Probably a full day of media.
Yeah, they probably have a full day of just doing their media rounds. So, and then tune in, watch the live stream live from Vapor Central 7 o'clock. The comedy starts. 8 o'clock will be 8:20-ish. The celebration for Mark Emery will begin. No guest list. I'm told this is too complicated to like prioritize. It's simply going to be first come, first serve. $20 at the door. Simply to help offset the cost of things like weed limos. People are like, how do you guys do that? I would charge us $20 at the door. Of course. You guys smoke all that weed. Well, we're going to offset it.
Of course, the weed limo was for Jody and Mark to get to their hotel, and us getting a ride in it. It's just consequential.
Someone had to bring the weed limo to Windsor to take them from the city hall to their hotel. And they had, you know, they wanted us to go. So it's,
Danger alert. It's 4:20 in somewhere in the Pacific.
Somewhere in the French islands. Is it
9:20 here? Yeah.
9:20 here. Yeah, so that's the last hour of the show. It'd be great if we had, you know, again, trying to get our own show orchestra. One of the guests for Sweep September, that's what I'm calling it, Sweep September. You know, we did our most viewers ever. But yeah, we're going to keep these viewers going. So for Sweeps in September, we're bringing out some of our best guests. We're bringing in, wait for it, you all loved him when he was the drummer of Our Lady Peace. Jeremy Taggart returns once again. He's actually our first, like, true, like, out of the mold, like, after we did, like, oh, what, we were 100 and something episodes in, I reached out to Taggart, and he's like, yeah, I'll come down for sure. And when he did this show, the light bulb went in my head and was like, okay, you guys are ready. We can, like, really, you know, slowly get it together. And I think now the show's done. You know, from Taggart, the show just skyrocketed better. Got tons of great guests. We got our Skype technology. Everything is just, you know, viewership. Everything we're doing is top-notch fun. 9:20 joined by Savio, who is a fantastic web developer and does some great web development. So if you're out in weed land and you're looking for some web development work, contact me and I'll put you in touch with my friend Savio, and he'll negotiate a price for you. People are asking, right? Like Sunday, I think Geek Chic Leaks website, and I got contacted about a week gig in November.
Tanks full.
Was that the only September announcement you had?
Oh, well, the September announcement is that we're in Saskatoon.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we're at the Prairie Medicinal Harvest Cup in Saskatoon. Second year in a row. Jeremiah, Opus, Tracy Curley this time. I'm not sure who's all going from Cannabis Culture, but I know that group of us is. I'm excited about it. It's going to be... They already bought my ticket, so I'm going. One of the things we did talk about, and we're not going to get the same hotel we got last time because it was out of our way, but we are making a request to the promoter, Jeff Lundstrom, over at Skunk Funk. So, Jeff, if you're watching the show, and and Skunk Funk, which is also a vapor lounge in Saskatoon. Jeff, if you're watching the show, I can't do the show the 3 days that I promised. I know you got the ticket for me, but unless you come through with 3 tricycles, unless I have 3 tricycles, I can't perform. I will not go on stage. I will not get new outfits unless we're adding to the rider request. I have socks as part of my rider these days. Everybody knows I travel. I need socks before I go. Socks are top of my list. I need fresh pairs of socks. And the second now is I need tricycles. You know, there's this hallway in Saskatchewan, in this hotel that it's 3 floors, but it could be 6. It's 3 floors long, but it could be 6 floors if they had ever decided to go upwards. It was like, fuck, man, I don't know how to build anything over 3 floors. That's all right, dude. We got lots of land. It's flat in either direction. I swear to God, we're gonna do like the half mile down the hallway in these tricycles. It was the plan last year. I went to Value Village. They didn't have tricycles. I was like, fuck, man, these are harder to get. So Jeff, buddy, I know it was late last year. He's like, my kids got tricycles, Matt. And I'm like, fuck, I want them tricycles, damn it. I need tricycles. I really need to do a tricycle run. And Jared's like, we're not even going to get the same place. We'll just sneak in there. Sneak in there and move down the hallway. Because, like, we thought of this idea the moment I got off the hallway. It's like, good God. Like, there's mirrors at the end of it, and you see your reflection, but you're so far away, you're not sure if it's you looking at you from the other side of the world. Like, I've never seen hallways this long until I went to Saskatchewan. It was creepy. Totally creepy. So we need tricycles to do the quarter mile. And the 3 of us want to race. Now, we came up with the idea the moment we got off the elevator. However, Jared's like, that's a great idea. We got to do that tomorrow night. And I was like, listen, if there's anything I've learned from any road trip and doing, like, being on the road with a band, never, ever on your first night of being on the road with a band to, like, let's cause some serious shit tonight. Let's do, like, the craziest thing, because then you're just going to keep trying to top yourself. Or, worse, you get yourself kicked out of the establishment you're in. So, that, like at Champs Expos, everyone's like, let's smoke weed. I'm like, no, we don't cause shit at the Champs Expo until the last 2 or 3 hours when, fuck what, you're gonna kick me out? Okay, I'll pack up my booth early and go home, right? So you gotta plan these things, and that's what I learned when I traveled with bands. I'm like, let's not cause shit on the first night. And also, you know, you don't have to drink everything and do every drug given to you on the first night. Collect all that for later on when you get bored. Like, fuck, I'm bored. Okay, let's do these random drugs given to me.
So, you need a time machine to try to find one of those tricycles that are like as tall as a person, you know, like in the early 1900s. Oh, those would be crazy.
That would be crazy. There's also a good Value Village in Saskatoon I intend to visit. There's a lot. Oh, best time was going with Redbeard to the Christian Salvation store and him buying a pink feather. No, I bought the pink feather boa. Yeah, I bought this weird, like, really feathery, yeah. And then, of course, to be outdone, Redbeard, who's like 6 tall and as skinny as me, but just tall, by some woman's negligee, sort of like house coat. And those ladies looked at us like, what is going on here? No judging, though. No judging. Lots of, like I said, good thrift store action downtown Saskatchewan. And it's on the same stage that bands play on. It's a really cool stage. It was a great experience last year in Saskatchewan. Yeah, we're almost out of dab there. We're almost out.
I've got some stuff.
Yeah. By out, I mean, like, I think we got that last chunk to get us pretty far. Oh, well, yeah, you got
Tab swap.
We should have. We could have, should have, would have. So when I get home tonight, I still have to upload video or upload photos to now.
I have to go home and edit video.
I know,
I'm trying to splice together something.
Everybody's like, I got work still to do. But once they get the photo, I'll be able to like sleep for a few hours. Once I drop the photo off, I'll sleep for a few hours and then pen an online article, and then like I think I'm due for analysis the following Thursday.
So they want all your raw ones, and then they decide what they like.
Yeah. So they basically like just give us a drive. Dealing with the photo editor now, she's pretty picky. But hopefully I got a good shot and then they can. He's got it! I messaged them, I got a great like couple shots of them embrace it. I really, hopefully out of today's visit we'll be able to splice out the video of Mark just saying, oh, ribs. And that'll be a good one. And the peeing segment, I think, will be a new highlight of the show, I'm sure. If you didn't tune in the first half of the show, what time did we do that? When we had technical difficulties, we came back off of all our technical difficulties. It's running great now.
It's been on for 30 minutes.
Yeah, because we're in civilization more and more.
Getting closer and closer to Toronto.
Closer and closer to more Wi-Fi. Yeah. Some kid out here is probably still like, I only got 56K! Nice. I saw our friend Paul from IU Clothing. You didn't see that earlier part of the show. Thanks, Paul. You dropped off a whole bunch of great new shirts for my fall season. And it just like it was like your experience is like you've never met Mark. I looked around, I was like, a lot of these people I'd never met them before. And to experience only on video, and then like I saw IU Clothing, I saw Paul, and it was just like he was just in such awe. Like all rock star awe, like celebrity awe, like man, like so he connects in a way Mark does in a way that most people don't elevate to at that status level. So it's great just to see all those people. Whoa, look at Mark, and then spending time afterwards, getting all those selfies with people. It's gonna be something new for him. He's like, wow, everybody here wants to take a photo with me now. We're gonna have to get a line or something. Maybe we can do that at Vapor Central. So if you're tuning into the show now, comedy starts at 7, and comedy at 7. Mark's on at 8:20. The celebration of Mark Emery begins, and probably talking about 9 o'clock. I think they want to make it good and hotboxy. So that's what we have going on. Those are the plans. You can watch it all on the live stream. We'll be back to normal. Which is be nice. And again, next week on the show, we're looking forward to that. But those are what's happening. Mark and Jody, after spending the night here, will be flying to Toronto and then spending the day doing media around the site, I mentioned. And then from there, moving onward. It's been, like I said, a great day, but we've been up since like 7 a.m. We got less than an hour left in the show. If you're watching at Vapor Central, and they should be, thanks again, guys, for all the support back at Vapor Central. I hope it's not raining. I gotta take the bite. Weed Limo, pretty epic. And yeah, if you're tuning in and wondering, hey, I watched earlier when they got on the Weed Limo, and then now I watching again. What happened to Matt Oliver? Windsor happened to Oliver. I think they could put a help wanted ad in front of Toronto Hemp Company to replace him. They'll probably put that ad up tomorrow. And yeah, glad that Matty is starting life anew in Windsor, Ontario. And he's going further. So anything from the chat that's useful? There's nothing useful in our chat.
They're talking about how crummy Windsor is.
You know, when we were leaving, some locals are saying that they're going to have their own march in October. Did you hear that?
No.
It's October 4th, yeah. It's the Weed March in Windsor, yeah.
Windsor Weed March in October. I'd come back for that, maybe.
Yeah, and I said, where'd you march to? And then they said, well, they just basically just went a round of walk around that City Hall. I think they were in the front of where we were.
Alright.
We were sure in the back.
One nice old building in the center of the city.
Yeah. It's a really,
Has some really nice crests at the top of the building.
Yeah, Windsor was 1834, I think. We're very close to the most southern point of Canada. Is actually Peely Island, which crosses into America technically. That little jut in Canada, U.S. border, that little island that Canada has. Peely Island. Peely Island Estates wineries from there. And
Must be a Lake Michigan.
I think it, yeah.
Big bird and butterfly sanctuary as well.
Very big bird and butterfly sanctuary in Kingsville. I can't remember what that guy's bird and butterfly sanctuary name is.
Yeah, Jack Miner.
Jack Miner, yeah. The Jack Miner Bird Sanctuary, very nice. It's huge, it's very big. Got that.
And the Canada Club Distilleries.
Canada, oh yeah, that was the other thing we didn't talk about. And, that was the Hiram Walkerville. Hiram Walker, Canada Club Distilleries. Windsor is obvious. It can smell like malt. How you doing over there, Drew? Alright.
Good.
Looking at the city map, I noticed that Walker's Field is exactly where the airport was.
Really?
Kind of overlapped it, so I wondered if he had a little bit of a say in federal money, I guess.
Well, I think Walker determined a lot of things if there's a town named after him. So Walkerville, Hiram Walker is so located in Windsor. It's literally like on the banks of the river and faces Detroit. It's not even built, so it faces Windsor. It's built so it faces Detroit. So the whole building is built to basically smuggle booze across the Detroit River. And that's what Hiram Walker was. It was a distillery operating during Prohibition. And they made lots and lots of money selling into Detroit, probably to people like such as Al Capone and his group. They used to take the cars right across, they'd load them up and just drive them right across and hope for the best. One can, imagine, going through that ice, you're not going to live. So there's old cars like from that Prohibition period in the bottom of the river. And the other thing with Walkerville, of course, Canada had its own Prohibition. And so in Walkerville, they have all kinds of fake, like, doors, like hidden passages, and where people used to store the booze. It's a beautiful old little part of Windsor. And I think we talked about it earlier on this. It's got some wealth to it. Really cool. It's a really cool part of their city.
Yeah, I wonder if Hiram Walker is related to Johnny Walker. Johnny Walker's the old Scottish person. Could be distantly related.
Well, I don't know. Someone in the chat can look it up, but I believe University of Windsor has a law school, and Minister Alan Rock is the dean at the law school. The Minister of Justice under the Kretchen government.
Yeah, that was the guy. One guy there was talking about Alan Rock today. I got some footage of it.
Oh yeah.
He's saying he's a good guy. Yeah, and he actually said he was up front with him. He told him he smoked and stuff. He said he was one of the first first guys to get exempted in 1999. I don't know if you saw that. But he said Alan Rock, yeah, gave him the actual thing, like his exemption papers.
Yeah, Steve Bacon was here.
Yeah,
yes, we saw Steve Bacon. We saw a lot of like good people today. Naomi made the trek. It's crazy. Naomi made the trek. Little old Naomi driving down. Dave from Hamilton, our Skype guy, and if you saw on last week's show, Dave's mom did that dab live on the show, and that was really cool. You can go back and watch that segment. And Dave was here. Dave was like, I just showed up. I didn't know if I had a ride. I just showed up. And I was like, man, go find your space if that's your attitude. We could have stretched him out if we really, really had to and put our feet on him, but Opus had space in his car. So, turned out we were able to get as many people that wanted to go. Thursday Mark's back at the lounge again, and I think they're going to do the exact same thing for, you know, people like, oh, I might not get in, I might not have the day off. I believe he's back again on Thursday, and that settles up the week. Yeah, and then him and
so
Joey.
So far, I mean, it started off on a good upbeat, you know?
Yeah.
It's good that he he's going to sort of roll that tide that he's on.
It's funny, he one of the calls he took was from his brother.
I saw that Joey. He's like, hey, fuck.
I don't have any notes for the show, nor do I have my phone, but you know, we passed through London, Ontario, which is the hometown of where Mark got started. So that was there's a few people from London there. There were people from London there, people from Hamilton, people from Chatham. I almost forgot that. People from Virginia. Yep. Our friends here from Atlanta, Detroit, Michigan.
Yep, he's a good guy. He's welcoming, Mark.
So, yeah, absolutely, like you know, an opportunity for people all around to come out, and that was really cool. Not as many winterites. I think we were out.
Some though. They were pretty, and they were vocal. That was the loudest guy. It seemed like when they were right before the doors were gonna open as a winter.
Yeah, the loudest people there were winterites. Everybody else from
and the first people there too. Once we got there, there was people with the flags.
Yeah, the first people on the scene were winterites.
For Central over 12 hours ago.
Wow, yeah, that's true. It's like a full road trip experience that we webcast. It's pretty intense. Yep. And Dope Chef will show you an edited version of our journey. Wait till he comes out with this stuff. Vice is picking up his B-roll footage. So, it's been a really productive day.
Yeah, you get to see the stuff you didn't get to see on the ride over.
Yeah. But he'll be uploading all his raw press conference footage tonight. Master Rolla's got a bunch of footage. I'll be sending my footage to Now, and people who missed out on earlier parts, I don't know, anybody who's new, turn it in. It's the Mernahuana Zone. It's the winter live edition back from the back of the Weed Limo.
401 Live.
401 Live. That's what we're on. We're all exhausted. Been doing this for 12 hours. It's Mark got out in time for 4:20. It wasn't 4:20 on the button, but it was like 2 minutes. We could have kept him back for like 2 minutes. But it was close enough. It just seemed like
destiny.
Yeah, it seemed destiny, like that he would be in Canada by 420. Media were like, well, you know, it's raining and it's all flooded and everything in Detroit. I'm like, well, yeah, Detroit is a third world country.
If you want.
Ready for that?
Timbit. The bed.
Timbit brain. Oh, that one's nice. That's important. 500 books. That's 100 books a year.
Yep.
Now you read 100 books a year.
Yep, that's something. And then you can get, once he finishes them, you can give them to the other.
Yeah, you can pass and circulate them around. Other inmates, Mark was saying, actually enjoyed reading McLean's because they didn't get that kind of news. So I think, in a way, it's neat how he left an impact on the prisoners around him that are going to still be there a lot longer after now that he's gone. Yep. His band continues on. Stuck or Shiny Side Down is the new one. Played 2. But all those guys remain. So I kind of, one of the questions that I didn't hear was like, what was that last day out of prison? What would you say? Why do all those guys kind of feel sad you were going? Like, you know, like, did you form some sort of camaraderie? And it's like, hey, I think there might be, you know, like, what goes on when you step out versus, oh, you're leaving like a whole mind. Well, can we get that on screen? Yeah. Thanks, Bo. Are we gonna take another pee video? How many people in the chat?
How many people in the chat want another pee break?
Yeah. Let's see if anybody objects. Anybody object to a pee break?
Alright. If you want a pee break, type 1. If you don't, type 2.
Oh, not number 2.
Not number 2. Not number 2.
Facial.
This is why we're not allowed to broadcast on Pod TV anymore. Hey, let's do that really wild thing that we did last time again.
We stream some voodoo movies, some Carla Montana movies. Or show them on our screens.
Rock
Get double bed.
We should have brought them, yeah. Can't ban us again. No, you're banned, but whenever we need your live technology, we need you. Which is nice. But they have to take all of it or none of it.
Toronto violations, Stevie.
We totally violated Windsor. It's the A&W got violated. If you see earlier parts of the show. Hey, I didn't fix. I did note that there was pee on the floor around it.
So Dirk really didn't like the pee bit. Derp.
All right.
But one liked it.
All right.
One wants us to do the segment so long as we exit the car first.
That's true. Man, again, it's good to have such. And the troll, like, how can there be haters on that? Like, you would think I'm my own worst enemy. Look, he just showed himself peeing. On the en route. Somehow, like, someone just went in and snapped up all these places and then turned these, like, ghetto roadside attractions into non-roadside.
Like first-class establishments.
First-class roadside establishments. I bet you the bathroom here is cleaner than the A&W bathrooms.
Is that a KFC? That's an odd one.
Yeah, there's a KFC and a McDonald's, Taco Bell.
Oh, and an A&W, yeah.
Gotta love the A&W.
En route stopping on the 401.
Stopping whiz. Man, look at all them truckers out there. Just sleeping. Maybe I dare you to go over there and see if they're going to buy your eyes. We left Matt Oliver with a trucker. En route. If you've just tuned into the show and wondering, where's Matt Oliver? He's at the en route. Truck stop. Alright, you running in? Oi! Wow, it's a nice night out.
Whoa. Yeah. Still wearing the shirt.
Man, I think I'm just gonna go pee for the hell of it. Because I'm gonna get close to back and that's when I'm gonna want to go.
Word up, TMZ. Yeah, I'm still wearing this shirt because I figure this is going to be really the last day I can wear it. That it makes sense. It's a free Mark Emery, and now if he is free, well, I guess it still makes sense because it's free. Now he is free. Free Mark Emery, and now he is free. So I heard that they're not printing these anymore, so it's like a historical item. That's why I just might keep it. Not wear it as much because really it was used to wear this to all the protests. Like people wear these to the free mark protests we had going back like 2010, 2011, and in front of the U.S. consulate. I remember a bunch of them out there, and yeah, it's been an interesting day. Just got my light here on this camera here. This might light me up a bit. So we're still plugged in here to a unit in the car. I guess we could have followed them into the washroom, but we've already done that kind of segment in the A&W. And this is that was at least an empty washroom. This one's probably packed with people, as it's a highway rest stop. We're in the WERK 420.
Yeah. Executive cannabis.
Yep.
That's what the EC is for.
You guys been to Canada before?
Nope. First time.
Nice.
It's been lovely and wonderful to us. Actually not ready to leave yet, because it's about that time.
How was the Caravana?
Caravana, we didn't really get a chance to get to it.
Nice.
It was so blocked off, so policed off.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't get to it.
Yeah, you probably have to be like a float to get this actually in the street there.
And the thing was, I was in the right place, but I didn't think I was in the right place. So
Oh.
and then I tried to get back to it.
Mm-hmm.
But no, the Bill Music Festival was great.
Nice.
And Electric Island was great. So,
Nice. Yeah, big restroom breaks. Word. Feel like stretching your legs? So you get out. Just to give them a view of what this place looks like. Oh, now these guys are back.
Yes, we are.
Had to pee, and yeah, we didn't take you into this one, but this one, it had like a syringe collector in there. This guy's
A real classy choice for you there now, don't you?
It's nothing like a biohazard thing for your needles.
Hey, you gotta stay safe.
I was just
Hey,
like,
if you're gonna use a needle, use it once.
and then I was like, oh man, it's diabetics. Clearly, you know, heroin people are not just cruising around looking for en routes to bang heroin in. Man, I just got this heroin up from the border in Windsor. I waited to go to this en route outside of London to try it. But we didn't, yeah. We could have pointed it out. I'm like, hey, look! This needle collector in the bathroom, which is good. You don't want to, like, go into the bathroom and then staff have to clean up after you. Diabetics. So.
Are you done with my phone?
We're not.
Yeah.
We're using the
GPS.
GPS.
Let's see
It's got messages. Master Roller checking his messages. Yo, where you at? I'm not watching the show. It's been a long day. Well, I don't know what to say. I hope all our friends at Vapor Central, we should be back, what, in an hour and a half. I hope all our friends at Vapor Central are there ready to greet us when we pull up or something. I don't know. But it's the Mernahuana Zone. Free Mark Emery's free edition.
Woohoo!
Yeah. It's 12 hours so far of us doing our thing. Most of it live throughout the whole day. Checking out our coverage. I think I'm pretty tired, but so we're just gonna end at 10 o'clock to make everyone's life easier, and we have way more weed we want to smoke and a chilled, relaxed atmosphere, I think. I don't know what side of London he's on, but yeah, we're on the we just passed London. Should be home shortly. And then, of course, we all have to spring into action and do some editing. What's just going on here?
I made it into the Windsor Star as well.
Nice, cool.
Oh, yeah? How many photos is... Oh, there you is.
Oh, 2 photos. 2 photos. One of smoking Naomi's fuzzy. Oh, and with my rig.
Nice.
Smoking some bubble.
Master Roll, who said?
Ah, look at that pig right there.
Master Roll, he's like, I'm like, hey, roll up a big fat joint. The local media haven't seen that before.
A man calling himself Master Roller receives a marijuana cigarette from a man near Windsor.
Good time.
Holy jeez, that's like 12 pictures of me here.
What's it say? Master Roller?
Yeah, every one of them. Master Roller shows off his giant joint he made outside Windsor City Hall.
I told you there was a local that hadn't seen something like that. Dab rig photo.
Yeah.
That's a really nice good shot. So.
That's pretty cool.
On the Windsor Star, fucking awesome. Thank you, Windsor. I had a great time.
Yeah, we had a
My Facebook was blown up.
Oh yeah? Because you're in the national mode.
I had over 30 messages.
Wow.
Who are we waiting for now?
We pretty much just stay on this until we get there.
Yeah, the 401 until we move back into Toronto into the... we can hand it back to you, but yeah, it's the 401 up until the egg, I believe. We'll pass you the phone back in a few, so...
I don't need it.
Okay.
If we're staying on the 401, I'm good.
Oh yeah. And then you'll just start seeing signs for Toronto.
Yeah.
Toronto downtown, and we're good. So Master Roll is back there checking out
Full media coverage.
Yeah, full media coverage.
There's a lot of it.
Yeah.
Here's Mark getting into the Weed Limo on the way to the hotel.
Who took that photo?
Me.
Oh. Nice.
Matt
Off from High-U Clothing.
High-U Clothing, Matt and Mark Emery. Yeah, it was a great fucking day.
Wow, it was a great day out.
If anyone missed it, they really did miss out.
But you could have watched, like, I think you could have been part of our 300-person webcast.
Yeah, there's a huge 300 people is what they viewers were saying earlier is the maximum that we reached. So, which is pretty good for a live broadcast.
Not bad for the technology that we have also to be able to do that type of stuff. And we're live from the back of the Weed Limo, live on the 401, session in. Seems like the never ending.
See, I'm holding the playbook and we're just chilling out here in the middle of the van. So, technology at its finest, I think.
It is absolutely amazing.
And it's only cut out like 3 times.
Yeah.
We've never been live for an hour.
So that, you know, if you missed it, there will be plenty of footage. The CBC News World went live for the press conference at some point, so they probably were going to want to rework that footage. Dope Chef will have raw, unedited Mark Emery press conference speech. We will have the photos up on Cannabis Culture, and more media has tons and tons of stuff. The Winter Star, National Post have content.
Global TV made himself the most known, at least the cameraman.
Yeah?
Yeah, he was jealous of it. I think he was the guy that did, originally alerted the move. Yeah, too. He was saying it was going to rain, and then he's like, yeah, and everyone move around to the other side of the building.
Yeah, they really want to get that cream shot. But it's quite the good scrum.
Yeah, there's lots of people with video cameras too. That was good to see.
A lot of video cameras, so
there's other kinds of independent media.
Plenty of independent media on hand. If you can there's been tons of footage you can catch in the next couple days. And again, check out Vapor Central. Show up around 6 o'clock. $20 at the door. Comedy at 7. Brian O'Gorman's Weedy Wednesdays continues, doesn't change, they just put it on early. Then Mark celebration begins after that.
This would be a big election if it's going to be Jody Emery and Libby Davies against each other.
Well, just a reminder that she hasn't won the nomination yet, nor has she put the paperwork in, so she's got a long way to go before that.
Because he did mention her in the thing, Libby Davies, saying how she's
pretty exhausted here. It's been we've been on the road over 12 hours, 4 hours there, 4 hours back. We've been doing it live since 2 o'clock. We've captured a ton of Mark Emery stuff. It's been a great day if you're a fan of marijuana advocacy, and you've been, you know, Mark's been like almost a decade now since he was arrested back in 2005 in that summer day. That end of the journey is over for him. I mean, it takes up a tremendous amount of energy, and now that energy can be spent on something else for marijuana legalization, and we all look forward to see what's happening. Check us again tomorrow, 7 o'clock for Weedy Wednesdays, and then 8:20 for the Mark Emery celebrations. We'll see you all there. This is the Mernahuana Zone. Thank you. See you again next week. Back at Vapor Central, running the full gauntlet. See you then. Peace out.